Hey there, everyone. Going live because we have a severe thunderstorm warning, which most of us didn't have on our bingo card for November 10th. But yeah, deep southwestern Ontario, severe thunderstorm warning in place. We've got a couple of very strong storms here. And we've seen a video recently that looked pretty rough right here near Carrington. Sorry, I don't know how to pronounce that. Cairngorm. My brain just immediately went to Carrington, but it's not. It's Carignorm, north of Springfield. 92 kilometers an hour, 95.04 kilometers an hour. There could definitely be some damaging wind gusts in these storms. We just got a new update here, and the strongest part of that has moved to the east, north of Glen Oak. And so this is southeast of Strathroy at the moment. It's been a while, hasn't it? I feel like it's been a minute for sure. Yeah, some of these storms, we actually did a rotation polygon here. Damaging wind potential here. And previously, we did a rotation polygon for the Ipperwash Beach area. There was a little mesocyclone that came over. I'll show you that one if I back it up here on Instant Weather Pro. You can see that little rotation mesocyclone right there. And so we went minor rotation. And right now, currently, it looks like a damaging wind gust potential, but there is some interesting percentages here on IW storm risk. 3% tornado risk on that polygon, which was this cell here. And so a little bit wonky stuff going on right now. The storm motion arrows are actually pointing to the southwest, which is incorrect. So we need a way. I've talked about this before in live stream, but it'd be really interesting because it's very rare that this happens. But when it does, it'd be nice on our end if we could just click it and point it in the right direction. So manual overtaking of the storm tracks. So that's something I'd like to work on. Anywho, going down the rabbit hole of development ideas, which is usually what I do in the winter, is work with the development team and build things up for next spring and try to improve our winter coverage as well. So yeah, so don't adjust your sets. This is November 10th, 2024, and we're dealing with 95.04 kilometer an hour wind gusts right here north of Glen Oak. So this is going towards Mount Bridges, Comica, Kilworth. It looks like, yeah, it's pretty much going into London. I got to spend some time in London recently. I was at the launch of the CSSL, the Canadian Severe Storms Laboratory, which is part of the whole Western University, the NTP, NHP, which we are official partners of, the Northern Tornadoes Project and the Northern Hail Project. And so I got to go to the launch for that, which is really cool. And I got to spend some time at Western University, which I've never been to before. That place is like Hogwarts. It's like, what an incredible campus. It's literally, I feel like I'm at Hogwarts when I'm there. Everything is like this giant, like the grand hall and stuff. It's pretty cool. So anyways, yeah. The tornado risk did drop on that particular cell. It was up to 3. It was actually up to 4% previously. Then it went down to 3, and now it's down to 1. So, yeah. I don't know if I haven't sent out a text message that I'm live. Probably should do that. Where's my team chat here? Sorry, 1 second. Let me just find that. Hopefully you can hear me well. I didn't actually check my sound, which I should probably do because I haven't been live in like a while or a minute. But anyways, yeah, damaging wind gusts are possible with this storm. This could be relatively dangerous for those in the path of it. So I would sincerely take this seriously. Based on the tweet I just saw from Alex Massey, I don't know if we're going to retweet that, but I'll ask the team as well too. Do you mind sending a notification that we're live to Aswa? To enter. Birdie, please. And can we retweet that tweet, please? Yeah, so go to if you're on X or Twitter, go to at iWeatherOn. The letter I, the word weather, O-N. iWeatherOn. If you are there, because then we're gonna retweet that. Oh, I can just yell at you on the stream. Perfect. Thanks, Brandon. Appreciate it. No, you do the yelling at me. I never yell at you. You're always yelling at me. Let's see here, but it's probably a good thing. It keeps me in line. I got to meet a lot of wonderful people this year. I was at we did that little concert thing and meet and greet, and I got to meet a whole bunch of folks, and they're just like, and they're like the you versus Brennan versus Alana banter is hilarious, and I was like, that's funny. I heard that a lot. So everyone's like, is Brennan here? Where's Brennan? I'm like, he's not here. Anyways, we'll do another meet and greet where Brennan will be involved. Maybe we'll He'll be like, no thanks. Yeah, there's two areas of concern here. This little pocket near Walker's and this little pocket near Glen Oak and Falcon Bridge. So that is the pocket that's heading towards London. The severe thunderstorm warning details, actually, if I pull them up here, you can see they mentioned a tornado is possible with the storm. So it's a giant polygon here, so that's a pretty broad statement. But we've seen little tiny pockets of rotation here that are a bit concerning. So there is a little bit of minor rotation there. Something's going on right here too. This is really close to radar, so it's hard to see. But there's a little tiny bit of rotation there at tilt 1 and tilt 2. Right here. Let's see what it looks like one frame before. They're moving fast. This is moving really fast. A big part of these wind gusts, the fact that the storm is just flying right now. Amazing Person 349 says, possible debris signature, the last 2 frames by Alvinston. Hard to tell whether this one is attached or detached to storms. Some rotation, zero velocity, but not a lot by Alvinston. That's this cell, isn't it? Oh, that's this one down here. On that cell. Let me go to, talking about a debris signature. So we go to correlation coefficient. I see what you're saying. Maybe that little blip there. Oh, like that, maybe? It's just not really co-located with a strong meso, so I don't know. Oh, it is part of that Walker's. Yeah, so maybe. Okay. I see what you're saying. It looks like it, but then it looks kind of noisy. Correlation coefficient in Canada on the Canadian radars is a bit tricky. It's sometimes very difficult to see if it's actually debris signature or if it's just some noise. It's very hard. Let's take a look at this one, though, because this one was actually looking pretty decent. There's some strong winds in there. There could be some minor damage with that. That almost looks like maybe a bit of a drop right here. What are we down to? 0.85. That's really co-located with what looks like a little kind of microburst signature here. Yeah, maybe. Hopefully it's not doing damage, but I wouldn't be surprised if we got some tree damage off that line. Doesn't look great. It's starting to look really strong here as well, too, by Mitchell, Brandy Point, Fullerton, Motherwell, northeast of Kirkton here. That really kicked it up a notch in the last frame. These storms, they're developing really quickly. Like frame by frame, they really change fast. Yeah, that really kicked it up a notch. That's in our damaging wind potential polygon here, and it definitely right around there. It's so I might have to do another one like really quick because it's just moving so quickly. I might want to extend it further, but anything to the north, not so much. Yeah, did anybody have this on their bingo card? Did anybody have the November 10th severe thunderstorm warning in southwestern Ontario? Anybody have that? Let me know, because I sure didn't. But hey, we go live when we can, and we could, so let's do it. All right. How's everybody been, though? It's been a minute, so let me know in the comments how you've been. Are you excited for, I guess fall it's been warm, though. It's been shockingly warm for fall. Is November even considered? I used to consider November like winter, but it feels, I guess it's still fall. December is the start. I guess December is the start. December 1st is the meteorological winter. So, and then is winter solstice the one the rest of us go by? Is it December 21st? I forget. Somebody help me out with that. Anywho, yeah, I've always thought of November as like the start of winter, but Matt says, Adam, doing pretty good. How are you? Have you been? I've been good. Yeah. Just chipping away at stuff in the background. Ba-da-doo. Most Tripper says, hey, what's up? Here we go. Facebook user, which I'm not sure. Anyway, we didn't go live in the group, so I don't know why it would be blank. But anyways, probably their anonymous settings. But it blew through Exeter here about 9 minutes ago, lasted for 4 minutes, but was crazy windy and raining hard. Thank you very much for the update. Appreciate it. Yeah, it looked really strong in Exeter for sure. It looks really strong right now. This part of it for sure, the part going into Mitchell, we're at 89 kilometers an hour on radar. This part is 93.6 kilometers an hour, as you can see above my head there. So there's that. That's heading up towards Perth East, Newton, Stratford area. This looks like it's something on velocity on the wind radar here, but when you look over here, it's like, okay, there's nothing. Actually, that's why it's good to go. I should go back to split mode. Then I can swipe back and forth. So we can really take a look at the rain versus the wind. But total severe wind risk right now on IW storm risk is 10% and 2% tornado risk on that cell down here. What looked like a little bit of a meso has kind of weakened here, so that's pretty good news, but could have some spin-ups. We did this parameter that Dr. Sills always mentioned, which is the tornadic tilting and stretching, and that is like a 4 right now. It is really high. So that's a little bit of a concern, but yeah, it's one of these rare late season events. The latest tornado I can remember, I don't know if this was the latest. Did we have one in December ever? I know there was a November 28th of 2013, and there was an EF1 tornado. The freaky thing was, it was in eastern Ontario. I don't know if it was near Spencerville or somewhere around there, but the freaky part was it was 0 Celsius when it happened. But I mean, all it takes is like the air above needs to be much colder than the air at the surface. That's all it takes. So usually you would assume it takes a lot of heat, but it's more of the difference between the upper temperatures and the lower temperatures. So yeah, it was 0 Celsius, and there was an EF1 that like totally damaged a farm silo, like just knocked it down. And the report from the people is that it was snowing and kind of blizzarding, and then it kind of cleared up, and then they saw a big funnel. It took out their silo, and then it started snowing again, or something like that. So that's a true snow-nado, I think. That's a true snow-nado. You don't have those often. And then that was our first year. We started in 2013, and this happens, and I'm like, oh no, am I gonna have to like watch radar all winter waiting for snow-nados? And then thankfully, I don't think we've had another one since, or maybe we have had one since. They've just been in the middle of nowhere and nobody was paying attention. So maybe got to keep an eye out for those snow-nados. Now I always see those like snow devils. You know, you see them in like a big farm field. So I've seen huge ones before. Those are pretty interesting, especially on like really windy days. You just, you know, for me, like north of Barrie up towards Horseshoe Valley Road, and there's just like farms and there's just tons of winds because it's way up high. Yeah, those are interesting times, but those are usually not damaging. They're just like watching a dust devil. 5% tornado risk on this cell now? Really? 23% wind risk now from IW Storm Risk on Instant Weather Pro here. Oh boy. Gavin says, how is Hanover? I think the water advisory was dropped for Hanover, so that's good news. There was no notification for it, because you know sometimes they go through the alert ready notifications. Excuse me. Well, I don't think there was ever a notification for that boil water advisory, but we sent out a notification through our app, through our free app called Instant Weather. If you don't have it, you can download it for free at instantweatherapp.com. But yeah, so thankfully they dropped that advisory. I think I dropped some water on my shirt. I'm getting sloppy in my old age here. Excuse me. Okay, a lot of folks asking about their location. Karen says, Adam, if you missed my comment, November 9th, 2005 in Hamilton. Lifted my middle school gym, had to rebuild. Whoa, that's some heavy-duty damage. I remember that really late one. Oh, no, in 2005? No, I don't remember that at all. No. I was too busy playing music and stuff. I wasn't paying attention to storms in that particular year. But wow, that's intense. November 9th. That's pretty late. That is pretty late. But this line's looking, I'm not seeing a strong rotation here, but I am seeing some very strong winds up into the 90s, 90.72 kilometers an hour. If I swipe back, you can see the actual storm itself, the way we're all used to looking at it, where we can see, you know, red is torrential rain. So you add torrential rain, you add maybe a little bit of small hail here. You can see these little pink values here. What is this? 63 dBz. So you put up to 63 dBz. You match it with some really, really strong winds. And I always feel like the rain can enhance wind damage, you know? Like if you just have wind, that's one thing. But if you have wind and it's packed full of rain or hail, you know, wind-driven hail or really strong wind-driven rain usually seems to enhance its ability to bring down a tree or that type of thing. Has anybody else experienced that? Have you noticed that there seems to be a difference between the two? Let me know. Sarah says, I'm outside of Belmont and it's really windy. Thank you. Appreciate it. Amazing Person 3409 says, I'm pretty sure the 2005 tornado came from a front that brought snow and Barrie as the tornado came through Hamilton. It was an EF1. Whoa. Snow and Barrie, tornado in Hamilton. In our little corner of the world here. What is that now? There's a special weather statement up towards Barrie that's discussing the strong wind gusts. Yeah, but I believe it's been out for a while. What time was that issued? 1 second here. Yeah, talked about Monday, blah, 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 blah. I think that was issued this morning. Correct me if I'm wrong, which I usually am. Let's see here. 6% tornado risk now in this one. Whoa, that is not good. But again, I'm not seeing anything too intense as far as velocity is concerned. I don't like seeing those values, but we'll see. No, I'm not seeing any organized rotation here. But I don't know if there's a landspout risk here. I'm going to check some stuff out in the background. What is happening here? Let's see. All I saw was the tilting and stretching was kind of off the charts. There's actually, Brennan, if you go to probability of EF0 plus on conditional right moving supercell, there is a 15% chance in basically London is where it shows it. But I'm not seeing anything too strong for the London area at the moment. Well, there's that cell. And then there's the one Brennan talked about too, to the east. That Tilsonburg cell, but I think it weakened, right? Yeah. And these little cells up here. The tilting and stretching parameter we're talking about showed kind of a highlight basically around London and southwestern Ontario. So, yeah, so it looks like more strong winds up here, heading up towards, if anybody's in Mitchell or Fullerton, if you can let us know what you experienced. Oh, they extended the severe thunderstorm warning all the way into Kitchener. Thank you for that, Cole. Appreciate it. And they did mention a tornado risk on it as well. Miranda in our team chat says, I bet you Adam is in his pajamas because he's not wearing his signature plaid. I'm just wearing a t-shirt that I had on. It has it's got little what are those things called? Can't remember. Anyways, it's got little logos on it. It's just a random t-shirt. And some pants. I'm wearing pants. It's cold. I'm wearing pants. We'll see here. Beauty Studio says tornado risk in November. Yeah, I know. Again, I didn't have that on my bingo card. I think the overall risk is relatively low, but there was a risk in Michigan earlier. It kind of stretched east into our area, and here we are. So we're just going to keep an eye on these storms. Right now I'm seeing some very strong winds, potentially damaging winds. Wind just got crazy, says Kate, in Ilderton. Where is Ilderton? Is it tucked in here? I remember Ilderton. I might have to look it up. I'll go do the little search thing here. Ilderton, Ontario. Middlesex, Ilderton. Perfect. Oh, right there. Okay. It's the wind just picked up for you, or the wind is starting to calm down? Because on radar, it looks like it's calming down a little bit. What's going on in London here? This Byron area is some kind of a weak circulation, but nothing too strong. Let's see here. Let's go to tilt 2. It's on tilt 2 as well. Tilt 3? Tilt 3 as well. Tilt 4? Seeing it there. Okay. So there is a little tiny bit of weak rotation near Byron, but it's relatively weak. What I like to do in these situations, because these are moving so fast, what is it, 9:42? When's the next update? Okay, that next update is in 6 minutes. Okay, I'm going to create a 6-minute updates, and they're moving this fast. This is a tricky one. I think I'm going to do a minor rotation polygon on it, just because everything points to this area, and we're not going to get a radar update now for 6 minutes. The storms are going to be past London. So if this thing decides to strengthen, it's going to happen in between the radar frames, which is not helpful. So if we had 1 minute radar frames, that'd be great. 30-second. One day. We just got new radar, so I shouldn't be complaining. But 6 minutes, cool. I think they could actually change the strategy. They could actually change the strategy so that it scanned the lower level more often and more rapidly. That would be very helpful if anybody's listening. If you could scan the lower, like even 3-minute scans, we have to. There's a whole 3D scan it needs to do, but it's like you scan the bottom, you go up a couple tilts, scan the bottom, go up a couple tilts, scan the bottom, go up a couple tilts. It's just like that type of strategy over and over again makes it for more rapid radar data coming in. All right, where's Byron here? 1 second. So southwest of London. Let me just make sure the direction. Hey, the direction arrows are actually going the right way. Hooray. So let's see exactly which way it's going here. So, there. So it's basically going through southern London. Okay. I think I'm going to go minor on that one just because it's going so darn fast. So there's Strathroy, there's London. So it's kind of basically Gomuka. How do you pronounce it? Okay. I see Byron. There we go. All right. I'm going to do a little polygon here because this is a bit tricky. It's a bit tricky. It's going to be moving so fast. So I'm going to just do most of London's going to be in it. This could be moving to the northeast. It's just because I see it on so many tilts. It's weak though. But how weak will it remain? Kind of want to wait for another radar frame. This is tricky. That's why it's good that you're watching the live stream, because you get to see me debate with myself and sometimes with the team. Should we notify this particular storm? So let's see here. I think I'm going to make my polygon a lot smaller. It could change so quickly though. So I'm going to make a tiny little polygon through southeastern London, southwestern and southeastern London. All right. Well, at least I'll get it prepared, and we can see if the radar changes. 46. We still have 3 minutes. Let's move it so fast. Okay, I'm just going to send this out. We detected some minor rotation on the storm in the Byron, BYRON area of southwestern London, tracking to the east, northeast. The time here is 9:47. It's really late though. It's probably elevated. Anyways, 9:47 p.m. Sunday, November 10th, 2024. $42. Only 1 minute till a radar update. I'm gonna wait. I don't forget it. Only a 1% tornado risk. I think it's worth waiting. But this is not your typical event, so we'll see. Okay, I got the polygon ready. We've only got maybe a minute or so until the next radar update. I'm gonna wait. I've got it all ready though, which is great. So I can basically send the notification out the second I see the radar scan. The way the Canadian radar is actually scanned, which is pretty cool, it starts at the top and moves its way all the way. So the bottom frame, the most recent scan is right at the very bottom of the radar, which is good. That's what you want to see, closest to the surface. So it starts at the top, it works its way all the way down. It scans all the way down, and then it gets to the surface. Not the surface, but the 500 to 1,000 feet, depending where you are, above the surface. It gets to that bottom scan. Tilt 1, they call it. So tilt 1 is last. So it starts at tilt 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10. It goes all the way down. But yeah, a cool strategy could be tilt 1, and then it goes tilt 2, tilt 3, tilt 4, tilt 1, tilt 5, tilt 6, tilt 7, tilt 1, tilt 8. It goes the other way, and it keeps scanning the bottom tilt in between every 2 or 3 frames. 2 or 3 tilts, sorry. That would be a better strategy, because then we would have new data like every 2 minutes. It's still there. It's really soft up top. Really soft up top. really broad and soft up top. It's even broad and soft here. This is only 41 versus 6 kilometers an hour. Doesn't look tornadic. It could be the only hint we have. I mean, if I back up and just look at it like without, if I just look at it like that, it does look like a little bit of minor rotation. All right, I'm doing it. What time is it? 49. It was only 2 minutes later. That's fine. Okay. I'm going to do it just because there is some minor rotation there, and we'll see. We'll see. Okay. There's a few things I need to open here. Let me make sure. Yeah. Wortley Village area, heading to the east towards the Gore. Yeah, that's right. I did a very small polygon. We'll see in here. There it is. This is the polygon I did right here. So a small polygon of that because I started drawing it here. I didn't know if it was going to go northeast. Obviously it is. So it's heading up towards Thames Center, Dorchester, Crumlin. It is some pretty minor rotation there. The overall risk is small. Stranger things have happened. Okay. These really strong winds are now almost outside of our polygon. Stratford is definitely going to be pretty darn windy, I would think. But yeah, the strongest looking area right now is right in the heart of London. So I know we have a bazillion people in London. So let us know what you're experiencing, please. If it's safe to do so. Let me just go down to the bottom, the newest comments. Downpours in London. How's the winds? Let me know how the winds are. Let's see here. Facebook user said skies just opened in southeast London. Mandy says North London basically done now. Yeah, North London was fine. It's basically only in the south. Facebook user says on my Instant Weather Pro page on an iPhone, can't see the bottom menu. Any fix for that? Yeah, actually, there's a really easy workaround until we put it in the app, which is really soon. But the easy workaround is open it in Safari, and then go to the very bottom where it's like the share button, and scroll down where it says add to home screen. And then it's kind of like an app. It has an icon right on your home screen. You can name it IW Pro. And then when you open it up in Safari, you won't have the address bar at the top, what they call the Chrome. You won't have the Chrome at the top. You'll just have, it just looks like it's the app. So that's how I use it. It's like the full screen. So so if I click on, so if I click on it, I get that. So you don't see the address bar at the top. It just looks like it will look exactly in the app. So that's, yeah. So if you have Instant Weather Pro, if you subscribe to it, it's a website, but you can do that workaround on iPhones, and you'll be able to see a lot more of it. A lot of Android phones are actually, I feel like they're more vertical, like they're stretched a little bit taller, and some don't have that issue. But for iPhones, if for my iPhone 13 that I have, gotta upgrade that one day. But anyways, for my iPhone 13 I've got, which still works great. That's the workaround I do. So Safari, you click the share button at the bottom, go down, add it to home screen, then open it up from that button, and then it'll be great. Lindsay says, Hyde Park from London, the storm was powerful when it went through. Now it's calmed down. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Winds seem to have calmed down. Good. Excellent. But powerful when it came through. Appreciate the update. 9% severe wind risk on that one. Let's see, this one up here is still 8% severe wind risk going through Stratford and Perth East. These might be weakening a bit. Oh, except for that part. Okay, up near Newton and Fernbank, Millbank area, 93.6 kilometers an hour. I hope that's not reaching the surface, but if those winds are reaching the surface, down, up here near Gads Hill, Perth East, crossing 119, 93.6 kilometers an hour. So that may be elevated higher up off the surface, but if it is interacting with the surface, then we could be dealing with some damaging wind gusts here. Mel says, it's insane in London. The wind is crazy, came in fast. Okay, so it sounds to me, Tiger says, South London, crazy winds. So it sounds to me like this is pretty surface-based if the winds are wild for everybody. King of Rail Fanny says, hey, Adam, can you tell me if I need to shelter in Westmount area of London? Just got the rotation notification. In Westmount of London? Let's take a peek here. So the main areas, west. No, it's past Westmount now, so you're fine. The main areas were, it was Westmount. It was kind of near Byron, and then it went right here. So it next should be on the next radar update. We should have Trafalgar Heights being the focus, Crumlin, maybe the airport, Gore Road, Shaw Road, Thames Center. Based on the motion, it looks like from here to here. So here to here, the next frame, it should be about here. We'll see. There's my frame, and it has weakened. Hooray! Yeah, that weakened considerably, so that's good. What did the storm risk? Storm risk is about the same. But what looked like minor rotation there, let me go to tilt 2. Yeah, it has weakened. Good. Perfect. Excellent news. Let's see what's going on with the damaging wind potential up here further to the north, going into Kitchener. There's going to be some pretty strong winds on that line. I would think so. I got to get rid of this old polygon near Grand Bend. 1 second. Let me just do that here. I don't have my team chat open, but I should. Yeah, a lot of lightning on that storm. East. This is east of Exeter. It's quite a bit of lightning on that cell, and that's the part that. Yeah, you can see all these lightning strikes here. That's the part that has the potential for damaging winds here. So, so Kitchener area, Guelph is next. Hopefully it stays sub-severe. We're only seeing little hints of 90, so hopefully that's not entirely what the surface is experiencing. Because remember, radar scanning sometimes 500, sometimes 1,000 feet up off the surface. So it doesn't necessarily mean what's happening there is happening directly at the surface. But you add rain to that, you add heavy, heavy rain to that, and you push that rain curtain forward really, really quickly, and you have those wind gusts with it, then sometimes I feel like it can bring those winds to the surface more so. It seems to interact with the surface more when there's a really, really strong rain core with that. Very low clouds moving rapidly heading into Burlington now, getting breezy. Suggests a strong low level winds. That is mixing down the surface. So that's cool. Yeah. Yeah. It seems to be based on reports here. Someone asking about Halton Hills. No, I think you're still okay at this point. It's weird on StreamYard. A lot of the comments are coming through as Facebook user. It doesn't say who it is. Like London. Like you can see these London East settling down. Thank you very much. Appreciate the update. Anything for St. Thomas? Someone else? Let's see here. Facebook user asks. I don't know why they're all coming in like that. Hopefully they can fix that because it was a lot nicer when I could see your names and your lovely faces, as opposed to just seeing Facebook user with a blank thing. It's not as appealing. Laura says, if you're on YouTube, perfect. If you join us on YouTube, by the way, come on over to YouTube. We're trying to build up our YouTube channel, so we'd appreciate it if you came on over. The nice thing about that is a lot of people can get YouTube on their TV. So you can have us on the TV in the background. You can still use your phone to like call people or message people or check radar or whatever you want to do. So it's nice to have both. Do a little multitasking. Laura Richards on YouTube says, is this coming my way tonight? I have horses outside. LOL, Meaford. The storms are heading your way, but I don't know how strong they're going to be when they get there. They look pretty messy up towards here, actually. These percentages are going to be low. As you can see, 0.0, this is the cover our butts percentage, 0.01%. That's the, if something happens and IW Storm Rest doesn't pick it up, then we said there is a fraction of a percentage that picked it up. Let's see here. Yeah, that's definitely done. Okay, so I'm going to take away some of these polygons now, which is good news. So the one in London, so the Ipperwash Beach one, I'm getting rid of. I'm getting rid of the minor rotation in the London area because that's done now. I'm going to leave the damaging wind potential further to the north, and I think I actually have to extend it a bit based on the latest. Oh, Brennan says we have to reconnect our Facebook pages to StreamYard probably. Yeah, I think so. Actually, when I went live, it kept saying your access to Facebook is not working, and then you just click the button, it does like the spinny wheel, and then it does the green check mark. And so I had to do that twice. So maybe there's something going on with that connection. I probably have to redo it. Oh, Dr. David Sills did tweet Weak rotation along the leading edge of the severe warning storms, holding together over London. He did say weak rotation over London. Gusty winds with the line to the north. That rotation where I am in the northern part of London, nothing but nothing severe. Okay, so he's right there, and he says nothing severe going through. Yeah, it was definitely a little mesocyclone that headed from west of London right into the London area. So definitely some rotation, but thankfully it has weakened. We're still seeing these strong winds up here. Still looking relatively potent going into the Kitchener area. Still seeing winds up to 92.16 kilometers an hour here. And let me back this out a bit because we're probably really focused on these areas. So I'll back it out and animate so you can see it work its way through here. So that's the line, again, heading into the Kitchener area. Still looking quite potent, quite strong. So there could be some damaging winds on that. Definitely looks stronger to the north right now. Still under a severe thunderstorm warning. The strongest part of the winds are just about to exit that severe thunderstorm warning. So I think it's probably a good idea for me to do a new polygon. Let me just do that really quick. Okay. Let's see here. Okay, so how big should this polygon be? Where are the strongest winds is the question. So let me just hit stop on the animation, and we will swipe back and forth between... Okay, so it's still looking quite strong here. 97.92 east of Stratford. This is northwest of Tavistock near Shakespeare, northeast of Southeast Hope, south of Broxton. And there's another pocket right there with 95s. South of Ratsburg, Mennonite Corner, heading towards Phillipsburg area. Yeah, those are still pretty potent. What's going on with what used to be rotation over London? Yeah, that is still pretty weak, but the storms basically start northeast of London all the way up to, and there's something going on right there near Floridale. Strong winds go all the way up to about Mapleton, Fergus area. I think it's on basically that entire line. Yeah. Okay, so this part of the line going northeast-ish? Ish. All right, let's see here. Okay. Go from here to here-ish, all the way up to Orangeville, I think, probably. And down. Okay. Yep. All right, I think I got my polygon. And it's going to be... it's going to be blue with... actually, let me tweak this here. I'll go orange. Damaging wind potential. Damaging wind gusts have been detected on the storm near... What were those places I named? Anybody? I could say east of Stratford. On the storm east of Stratford. Stratford and... What was that other spot? South of... And also near Ratsburg, which is northwest of New Hamburg. Tracking to the east-northeast. This general area. That's the potential. Potential for damaging wind gusts. Sorry, I'm just making my polygon on the stream here. I know this becomes less compelling content, but I have to focus on this for a sec. So it is 10:04. Okay. 10:04. There we go. So 25,265 people I'm about to notify of this particular storm. Oh, maybe I should also mention in the details, an isolated tornado cannot be ruled out. However, we're not seeing any focused rotation at this time. Sounds about right. 10:04 looks good. Actually, it will be 10:05 by the time I send it. Okay, and it's 10:05. Perfect. Okay, sending it right now. If you don't get these notifications and you're in Kitchener, for example, and you're not receiving this notification, you probably don't have our free app. So you might want to download that. You can get it for free at instantweatherapp.com. Let me go to my little banners here. 1 second. I think I have that link right here. There we go. Download our free app at instantweatherapp.com. Okay, so I still don't have my team chat up. I was not prepared to go live. Let's put that out there. I was not prepared. But kind of made it so we can go live quickly. Cole wants to be notified. I don't think that you're in the focus area. The focus area right now is definitely east of Stratford near Shakespeare. Radar talking about 97.92 kilometer an hour wind gusts in those couple of little pockets there. You got 3 pockets of possible 90. There is this really weak minor rotation here near Yatton. I want to keep an eye on for the next frame. That's the 10 o'clock frame, so we should have a frame in the next minute or so. Nice thing about Instant Weather Pro is that, for one, when you highlight over the wind velocity, you can see the exact kilometer an hour. Oh, you know what would be helpful? I just thought about it right now. It'd be helpful if, like, you're looking at reflectivity, and it doesn't just show you 54.5 dBz. It also shows you the wind, so you don't actually have to be on velocity to see the wind. You can be on reflectivity and still see the wind reading. That would be cool. This looks like it got even stronger east of Shakespeare. 99.36. If you're in New Hamburg right now, Punky Doodles Corners, line 34, Highway 7/8, Road 101, Luxembourg area. Excuse me, Baden, Wilmont. That, and also up here too, this Phillipsburg. See, that's starting to look like a little bit of minor rotation. And that's, yeah, these are turning into little mesos, aren't they? That is a little meso right there. I don't like the look of that. I think I'm going to go minor on that one. It's not showing up on the higher tilts, but it's definitely a couple of little areas of minor rotation. Oh, really strong winds over now near Elmira. 101.88. 101.88 in Elmira. Definitely damage. I'm glad I did the extension on that polygon. Those are now the strongest we've seen so far. But I am seeing these are a couple of little minor rotation polygon in that. I did say an isolated tornado cannot be ruled out. Andrew says stronger winds in New Hamburg. Oh, you're going to get them stronger. They're not even there yet. It's not even there yet. North of you, yeah. But New Hamburg, this is coming for New Hamburg right now, and it's 99.36. It's going to get much, much stronger for New Hamburg. So, yeah. What time is it? 10 o'clock at night? What is happening? It's November 10th at 10 o'clock at night, and we are talking about damaging wind risk with thunderstorms. Elmira, I don't like the look of this. 101 point. Look at the swath of it, too. From the previous frame, it really kicked it up a notch. Whoa. Let's switch radars here because we're in Exeter. Let's see what King's talking about here. What does King see from its side? It sees winds of 102.96 in Elmira. So, and they're about equal distance right now. Actually, Exeter's closer. Let's see what Exeter sees on these ones. Yeah, there's some minor rotation on those little guys. Right here and here. Little tiny bit. There's like tiny little couplets. You're going due east. Baden, St. Agatha, heading kind of into Kitchener. Kitchener's going to see some pretty strong winds. Looks like Mark Robinson is out and about. I got a chance to actually spend quite a lot of time with Mark, which was a lot of fun. He's got some pretty incredible stories. I was at the CSSL launch. Got to hang out with Travis Farncombe as well too. He's a brilliant chaser and good friend, and got to hang out with Mark as well too. We sat beside each other at dinner, and he was yammering on about volcanoes that he checked out with our other friend George, of course. Angry Planet George, and anyways, yeah, it was a lot of fun. It was pretty cool. Let's see here. Oh, pronounced Baden. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Baden. My bad. Did I say Baden? Baden. If only there was a Y in there, life would be easier. But no, it is Baden. Mitchell Tremblay says, I'm in Guelph, can hear the air, feel the air shifting. Thank you for the update. I appreciate it. System is traveling east or west. It's moving to the east. Moving from the west to the east. Traveling east, slightly to the northeast. Oh boy. But again, download our free app. You can get it at instantweatherapp.com. Oh boy, folks. This has been an interesting evening so far. I wasn't expecting to spend it this way, but I'm glad I got to spend it with all of you, and I appreciate you joining us on the live stream, all 5,063 of you. That is the amalgamated number. So if you're on YouTube, it's probably lower. If you're on Facebook, different Facebook pages, it's lower. But if you squish all those pages together and you give a round number, it says 5090. So thank you for joining us on the live stream. If you're new to Instant Weather, welcome to the community. We have a wonderful community. It is something very special. It's when times get tough and things are stressful, and we're working overtime and going to town and doing lots of streams and all that kind of stuff. The thing that really keeps us going is that we remember how wonderful, first of all, our team is. We have an incredible team, the Instant Weather team, and everyone on the Instant Weather team has come from the community. So that's likely why this team is so amazing. So huge kudos to our wonderful team, and of course, huge kudos to everybody in the community, because this is a community. We call ourselves a community-driven weather page or weather company, and the reason is because we really are. Because it comes down to your reports. Like you just look in the comments right now. There's a report from like every town in Southwestern Ontario right now. So we really, really appreciate all of your reports and all of your help. If you're on Facebook, we have Ontario Storm Reports, which has just exploded. It's this massive. It's one of the biggest Facebook groups I think is out there in Canada. I'm not sure. Somebody might want to look into that. But it's like, 360,000 people now? It's unbelievable. Unbelievable. London got absolutely smashed as Facebook user. Any damage there? Hopefully not. But let us know if there's any trees down or power outages or any of that kind of stuff. Let us know, folks. We'd appreciate it. Your timely updates are pretty critical. Looks like the severe thunderstorm warning with the mention of a tornado risk has been extended into Guelph and Fergus, which makes a lot of sense. Also down towards Simcoe, Port Dover areas southeast of Tillsonburg. Excuse me. Oh, NRH is a new member. We have a new YouTube member. Thank you so much for joining. We appreciate it. Thank you kindly. Very kind of you. I can't remember even. It's been so long. Oh, 2% tornado risk on that cell. 1 second here. I'm getting off track. I need to focus on the radar. Let me focus on this. But thank you so much to those who've joined. Oh, we did get an update here. The wind's going up towards Elora, 106.2 kilometers an hour on radar. That's the highest scan, and it's right at the apex of this little bit of a bow here, heading right into Elora, Fergus. We actually cover Riverfest in Elora. Thankfully, that's not happening right now. We cover their concert every year, but 106 point. And sometimes you say, well, isn't that maybe noise, Adam? But if you're surrounded by 104, 103, 104, 99, 99, 100, it's surrounded by those winds. It doesn't look like a little blip of noise. It looks like strong, strong winds. Thankfully, those little weak rotation pockets I was talking about heading towards Kitchener look like they have weakened some. So, but there still could be some pretty strong wind gusts in there. 9% of severe wind risk, 2% tornado risk on that cell, on that cluster, that line. So, but as you can see, even from a distance here, 106.2 kilometers an hour going through Aurora. These are strong winds. I might have to extend that again. Let's see what King sees on the same line. 101. King is a little bit lower, but I think, is Exeter still closer? It looks like it's still closer. We can actually measure this, by the way. If you have Instant Weather Pro, at the bottom of the screen here, let me show you the whole screen here so you can see. I think if I go to this, can you see the whole screen? No, I have to resize it. That's a pain in the butt. Anyways, I'll do it some other time. But at the bottom of the screen, if you click, right now I'm on split mode where you can do the swipe back and forth between the two products. But if you click split mode and go to single mode, then you can actually measure stuff. So let me grab the little measuring tool on the right. It's a little circle, and I'm going to go right from the Exeter radar, and I'm going to stretch it all the way to the peak of that storm. So it's 81.88 kilometers away from Exeter, and it is. Let me see here. One second. Oh, come on. Oh, I see. I gotta click it again. Click that circle again, and let's see. Oh, 77 kilometers away. So it actually is closer to King now. Just barely closer to King. Aurora is a slightly closer to King City than it is to Exeter radar. So we have to start transitioning over. Let me go back to split mode. We have to transfer over to, I think, to King City now. So it's 106 on Exeter, but those winds are further from the radar. We're at 101 now in King. So I think King is probably the more appropriate reading because it is closer. So nevertheless, 101 kilometers an hour. If any of that's reaching the surface and it's at least getting to 90 or exceeding it, then we can have trees falling, which is not good. So I don't know if Jack's trolling me or not, but he says, if I hear thunder, what do I do? If you hear thunder, you count until you see the lightning flash, and then you know how far away it is. Some people think that's a myth. There's an app you can get. I forget what it's called. I had it before. It's like you click the button when you hear the thunder. Sorry, no, it's the other way around. You click the button when you have the flash of lightning, and then you click the button again when you hear the thunder. And there is I guess there's an algorithm that can calculate, because of the difference in speed of light and speed of sound. You can actually calculate. So I think it's actually legit. So is that my friend Mario? Hey, Mario, how you doing? Good to see you. Tyler has some terrible advice. He says, run outside with a TV antenna. So we're going to go ahead and say that is probably not a good idea. I would say golfing, bad idea. Running outside, bad idea. If you're outside and you hear thunder, there's a very common phrase that's been used for years and years. It's when thunder roars, go indoors. Probably a good idea. Here we go. The low ELO Zed says, had power surge in Kitchener, Stanley Park area. Not much for rain, though. You had a power surge, so that means, well, it's right on top of you now, isn't it? Yeah. That means basically coming in, there could be a little bit of, if you had a power surge, then there could be some trees coming down on power lines. So, yeah, that's not great. And Brian says, bend over. No, please don't. Please don't. Unless you're inside. If you're in the house, then probably. Just stay away from the windows in the house. Probably a good idea. Facebook user says, for every 5 seconds is 1 mile from lightning to thunder. There probably is a perfect algorithm out there. That's they based that app on it. I don't know what that app was called. It was like Lightning Timer or Thunder Timer or something. I had it a long time ago. See if it's still on my phone. What was it called? It was like, I don't know. Just Google like how to compare lightning to thunder for distance. But it makes sense because there's an exact number between the speed of sound and speed of light. So you see the flash, you count, you know the exact timing, then you would know exactly how far away that strike was from you. Mr. Severe Weatherman says, I'm a storm chaser. I'm getting 115 kilometer an hour winds. I'm not even seeing that on radar, so that seems doubtful. But Mr. Severe Weatherman, the name of the account. We've had some trolls in the past, so I'm a little skeptical these days. Yeah, I'm a little skeptical these days. But let us know where you are, Mr. Severe Weatherman, if that is your real name. Hey, there's Suds. What's going on, Suds? When I was a teenager, we were playing baseball as the storm was rolling in. All our hair stood on end, and we noped out of there real fast. Thankfully, it never struck, but it was terrifying. Yeah, I've seen videos where people are like, oh, my hair's standing on end. That's like right before lightning's going to strike. So, yeah, if your hair starts standing on your arms and it starts standing on your head, it is time to leave. Probably time to leave before that. Matt says, I was taught as a kid every 10 seconds away is 1 kilometer. Really, every 10 seconds? That's funny, because I think I was taught when I was a kid, who knows who mentioned this, but it was always like, you just count, and for every second is a kilometer. So you see a flash, and you go 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, and you hear the thunder. And so that was like 4 seconds away, 4 kilometers away. But I don't know. Again, there's an app for it. You'll figure it out. You know what? I got an idea. We have an app, and it's free. We should put the lightning thunder counter thing in the instant weather app. Let me know in the comments if you want that. We'll figure that out. We will figure that out. Here we go. I thought it was 3 seconds per kilometer. My father taught us 1 for 1 second. Yeah, I was taught that too. Yes, I was taught that too, says Facebook user. OMG, terrible in Fergus right now. It does not look very nice. Definitely damaging wind potential. In Fergus, yeah, whoa. 91, 94. Very, very strong winds going through the Fergus area at the moment, going through Kitchener, going through Woodstock. Again, did anybody have this on their bingo card? Let us know. Your weather bingo card. We often say that in our team chat. Brendan says it all the time. He goes, I didn't have that on my bingo card. And I don't think we had this on our bingo card. But hey, these things happen, so we got to pay attention. But thankfully, we're able to go live this evening. So thanks for joining us, everybody. I appreciate it. 5,538 people joining us live. By the way, did I wear a green shirt? Oh, no, it's happening. Do you notice that there's pieces of me that are... What's happening here? This shirt is it's not really green. It's actually blue. But obviously it's when the shadow hits. I just noticed that now. That's terrible. What happened? Good thing I wasn't wearing like just a pure green shirt. Here we go. We got some details. 343 meters per second is the speed of sound, so just over 3 seconds for 1 kilometer away. Aha. So 3 seconds for 1 kilometer away. See, we got math going on. That's all you need. You just need like a button. We're going to add it. We have to add it to the instant weather app. Hold on. Adam is vanishing, says Jennifer. Yeah, I just vanish into the green screen. Like Homer backing into the trees. I saw a really good Christmas ornament of like, I guess it was a Christmas tree, and then it's Homer inside the Christmas tree, but it's just like the cutout of him, like he's merging into it. It's awesome. Okay. Here we go. Facebook user Alora, crazy winds at 10:15 and sideways rain. I do not doubt it. The wind is insane in Kitchener, says Facebook user. We have to call everybody Facebook user because there was some glitch between Facebook and our live streaming platform. So that's what we have. Northern Spirit says, I think the reflection from the screen is making the shirt more green. I think you're right. Let's go back to, let's see. You're so right. That is super awesome. Wow, that is impressive. See, if I look at velocity, then I start to disappear. But if I look at reflectivity, I'm back. You basically save the day, like in Back to the Future, where like they look at the picture and the person was just fading away. You've saved the day. That's amazing. Thanks. Appreciate it. Northern Spirit on Twitch. Coming in. Coming on in. All right. Let's see here. Cora says Adam has ascended and become one with the radar. That's funny. Power flashes in Woodstock right now, says Mark. That's not good. So this week, definitely interacting with the surface. Amazing Person 3409, our favorite random anonymous commenter that's been here for years that we really want to join the team, but we don't know who they are. And every time I ask them who they are, they never respond. And every time I ask them, do I know you? They don't respond either. So I have a feeling I know who this person is. But the line just came through in the west end of Kitchener. Our first clue. They live in Kitchener. That narrows it down to a few 100,000 people. Let's see here. In West Kitchener, had sustained winds of 70 or more for about 5 minutes with gusts up to 100 kilometers for sure. And Amazing Person 3409 definitely knows their stuff. So I will take that as legit. And wow, 100-kilometer gusts being reported in Kitchener by one of our favorite people on the live stream. And Guelph is looking quite 93, 94 kilometers an hour on radar going in through Guelph right now. Oh boy, folks, hold on to your hats because this is pretty windy. Let's see if Exeter is showing us anything interesting. And power flashes in Woodstock, and Woodstock radar only showing 83, and they're having power flashes. So this is pretty surface-based, I would assume. And I would not be surprised if we saw some damaging wind reports in this one. So, oh boy. Chris says, just tuned in, received a thunderstorm warning in... Oh, I'm in Caledon. Okay, thank you. Appreciate it. So somebody did some napkin math there and said it's... When you see a flash of lightning, it's 3 seconds for about a kilometer. It takes 3 seconds for about a kilometer. The difference between the speed of light and the speed of sound should mean that 3 seconds is a kilometer. When I was a kid, I was always taught 1 second per kilometer. Maybe that was taught that on purpose. Oh, yeah, it's a 1 second per kilometer. So, that you saw that flash and heard that thunder. It must be 8 kilometers away by the time you counted it out, but turns out, nope, it was only 3 kilometers away. Aha. Emily says, why is there a severe thunderstorm warning in Brantford? It's November. I thought I was safe. Severe weather can happen at any point in time as long as you have the conditions in place. So these were a little bit unexpected, but they did arise, and that can happen. Ryan says 1 second per mile. Yeah, but somebody did some math on that one and said it's 3 seconds per kilometer. Oh, that might be right, though. Well, let's see here. Hold on. 1 kilometer to miles. So 1 kilometer is 0.6. Yeah, it would be a little closer. I think it'd maybe be like a second and a half. I'm not sure, but it'd be a little bit closer. But anyways, yeah, we're definitely going to add that to the app. We're going to figure that out. Because I can't remember the name of that app that did it. It was just some random free app that calculated it. But it'd be so cool. You press the button when you see the flash. Even better. I have already made it better. This is my favorite thing about developing software. I'm not a developer, but I have an incredible development team. My favorite thing ever is to make things even better. How about this? You just point your camera at the sky. When it sees the flash, it starts counting. And then when it hears the sound, and that's, man, look at that work. The other app was you just touch it when you see the flash, and you touch it when you hear the sound. Maybe we'll have both options. We'll have the manual version, or have just point your camera at the sky, don't talk, and when it hears the thunder, it'll calculate. When it sees the flash and when it hears the thunder, it'll calculate it automatically. That would be pretty cool. Going crazy in Guelph. So, Steve, thank you very much for the report. We appreciate it. Emily says, am I allowed to yonder to bed? And Emily, I believe you said you were in Brantford. Some pretty strong winds to your west. I'd probably hang on. I don't think you're going to be sleeping when those hit. I would say it's going to be pretty darn windy. We had power flashes in Woodstock, and that's the same storm that's coming towards Brantford. So you might want to hang on. Might be a good idea to charge your devices, but definitely, is there a lot of, where's the thunder? And we had, there's lots of lightning and thunder to the north. So definitely don't go touching any power cables right now if there's lightning and thunder around you. Before these things come out through is the time you want to charge your devices. But You don't want to be holding your phone and have it plugged into the wall and there'd be lightning and thunder. That would be bad because the strike could potentially come through that line up into your phone and hit you. So holding your phone in the middle, like unplugged phone, is fine. But the phone attached to the cable is bad. Vale says on YouTube, says, Adam, what about Burlington? Burlington? Yeah, you could see some. I just came from Oakville. I was in Oakville visiting family. So I was down in Oakville. And, but yeah, I would say that's possible. Severe thunderstorm watch for that area. And likely they'll extend the severe thunderstorm warnings to the east. Jessica Lee says, just Googled it and it said divide seconds by 3 to get distance in kilometers. Okay. All right. Yeah, I think that makes sense. I should ask like AI or something. 1 second here. Let's see if it knows. How long from a flash of lightning? How can I ask this question? How long? Okay. If here, I'll do this. If a flash of lightning happens and 3 seconds later a flash, or seconds later, thunder is heard, how far away is the lightning strike? How far away was the lightning strike? All right, let's see what, here we go. To estimate the distance to the lightning strike, you can use the fact that sound travels approximately 343 meters per second, which is 1,125 feet per second, in air at sea level. Since thunder is the sound of lightning and takes time to travel, you can calculate the distance with a simple formula. Distance meters equals time seconds times 343. For a 3-second delay, I see 3 times 343 is 1,029 meters. This is about 1 kilometer, or approximately 0.62 miles away. So if you hear thunder 3 seconds after seeing lightning, the lightning strike was roughly 1 kilometer or 0.62 miles away from you. That's a pretty good answer. Excellent. There we go. We have our algorithm. We can add it to the app now. There's a special marine warning on Lake Erie. Thank you very much for that update. Appreciate it, Mr. Severe Weatherman. Lana says, hi, Adam. What about us here in Barrie? And that's a good question. I don't think we're getting anything too intense, but we could get some rain, or we will get some rain. It's on its way. It's almost here. We'll get some rain and maybe some gusty winds. I believe there was a special weather statement in place for, I think we get up to maybe 70, 80 kilometers an hour. But it should stay sub-severe for us, but for areas east of Fergus right now. So you can see this red pocket heading towards Erin, the stuff going through Guelph right now, the stuff that's east of Kitchener, the stuff that is east of Woodstock, heading towards Brantford, Hamilton, Oakville, Milton, Georgetown, Vaughan, potentially into the GTA. I guess into the GTHA. Not potentially. This is all going directly into Toronto. It's just, will it keep its strength? We'll see. Cross your fingers it does not, but I mean, look at some of these gusts, though. Northeast of Guelph right now, 109.08 kilometers an hour. And that's on, that was on Exeter. So let's see what it's here. Oh, it's still pretty potent. 98.64 from King. So yeah, people that said Guelph was wild, I believe you. I believe you. Sarah says, count in Mississippi's. Well, we're thinking of adding that feature to the app because counting in Mississippi's is not really, it's not really that accurate, right? Anything for St. Thomas? No, I think it's past you now, right? Yeah, I think you're good. Everything is east now. Well, east of St. Thomas. Yeah, you're good. You're fine. It's more Cambridge, Brantford, Caledonia, Hamilton, Oakville, Milton, Burlington, Mississauga, Erin. I guess I better extend that polygon again because we're still seeing some really strong wind gusts here. Really strong pockets of winds. 103 kilometers an hour, 109 on Exeter. And if we switch back to King City, then we're seeing 100 and I think we saw, what do we see here? Oh, 96, 98. So still really strong there. Still pretty strong. Hey, this is green, and I'm not, what happened to my shirt? Oh, there it goes. There we go. Hold on, get the right angle. Nothing? There we go. I'm becoming one with the radar. Okay. All right. So, yeah. Damaging winds are possible. Power edges are possible with this line. I think I'm going to do another polygon because it's that time. Thankfully, I still have my old polygon. You can't see this in the background. I'm just going to extend my old polygon to the east. And so it'll be a perfect extension of what we already notified. Let's see here. I might extend it a little bit to the south, I think. Just a little bit. Just because of that Woodstock report. Maybe down into parts of Niagara, but I don't think I'll go as low as... I'll go like Welland. Welland is as low as I'll go. All right. Actually, I'll extend it fairly far because I don't have to do it again in 2 seconds. Okay, there we go. All right. New polygon. Let's see how many people are in this giant polygon. 46,335 people I'm about to notify. I'm going to copy the previous description. Okay. And the timing here is going to be 10:30. By the time I'm done, it'll be 10:36. Okay. Damaging wind gusts have been detected on this storm line that continues to track to the east. The strongest areas are currently east of Guelph, but the damaging winds are possible elsewhere inside of this. Are possible elsewhere. I'll leave it at that. Okay, let's see here. As this storm tracks to the east, northeast. Okay, looks about right. And is it 10:36? It is. Perfect. Okay. All right, I will send that out now. And away it goes. Okay. Uh-oh, I clicked include locations. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, man. That Facebook post is going to be long. It is going to be long. Gotta not do that. Okay. I'm going to get rid of the Exeter polygon. That'll be gone. And let's see what else here. The New Hamburg. No, I'm going to keep it. I'll keep the other two. Okay. Oh, man. Why did I click locations on that one? Let me know how long that post is. It's going to be ridiculous. Facebook user says, I didn't know there was an app. I'm just watching it on Facebook. Yeah, we have a free app. You can get it at instantweatherapp.com. It's available on Apple or Android. But if you go to instantweatherapp.com, you can see a link to both. And then you can, or you just go to the App Store or just go to Google Play and type instant weather. Like at the very top of the screen, you see the logo up there. It'll be like white and blue like that. It's free. There's another app, I think, called InstaWeather. That's not us. And it's like $4. Don't pay $4 for it. Ours is free. Chris says, Caledon, damaging winds detected, came to my alerts. Perfect. Awesome. Yeah, I did a pretty big polygon on that one. So damaging winds are certainly possible. And I would say, if not detected, east of Guelph area. I would not be surprised if there was some wind damage with a storm. So, yeah. So anyways, I hope everybody's staying safe. We haven't been live in a while, but thank you to the 5,820 people, 21, 14, 5,814, 5,815. It changes every second. I'll stop. Let's see here. Oh, here we go. I had to scroll 9 times to get through them all. Why did I click locations? The funny thing is some people think we actually write those out by hand, which we used to a long time ago. We would actually write those out by hand. But eventually we decided that is horrifying, and we automated it. So it's much, much better. It just pulls from like a database of locations, but yeah, that's a lot of places. That's ridiculous. Insane wind and rain in Rockwood region. Thank you so much, Slapshot. Appreciate it. On YouTube, by the way, again, if you're not on our YouTube live stream, trying to build it up here. It's really growing. I don't know, is it 28,000? or something like that. It's free to subscribe. So please head over to our YouTube channel. You can go to youtube.com/the @ symbol. Here, I'll just put it on the screen. It's the @ symbol and then instant weather. That's right. Whatever it is. It's in here somewhere. I'll find it. Where'd it go? Come back. YouTube link. Did it go away? Is it way down the page? What happened to it? Okay, I'll make a new one. I'll make a new one here. 1 second. Okay, so if I go to join our YouTube channel, I'll just put YouTube channel, and then it's youtube.com/@ instant weather. There's like an @ symbol. Okay, there we go. I'll save that one, and I'll put it on the screen. There we go. YouTube channel. So it's youtube.com/the @ symbol, like an email address, and then instant weather. So, or just go to YouTube and type instant weather. That's probably easier. Just go to the search bar of YouTube and type instant weather, and then please give us a like, give us a subscribe, hit that notification bell. We'd sincerely appreciate it. Winds picking up in Brantford. Thank you very much for the report. I appreciate it. Barry, please. Barry's fine. There might be some strong winds. Mr. Severe Weatherman says there's a damaging wind warning for Cambridge. There is a severe thunderstorm warning. Let's see what it says. We can look at the details right now. Severe thunderstorm warning. Let's see what Environment Canada is saying right now. They've updated it at 10:21. That was a little while ago, but very strong wind gusts are possible. 90-kilometer wind gusts. A tornado is also possible. It is November, folks. Can you believe it? Okay. I mean, with all this heat, it's like when there's all this heat this late in the season, then things are going to get interesting. Dave Sills has said a weak tornado went through Fergus. Wrapped up both segments in fairly tight rotation. What appears to be radar-based tornado debris signature. Oh boy. Did Fergus just get a tornado? That is not good. Oh, he thinks on that. Probably should have had correlation coefficient open. Oh, yeah. Oh, boy. Yeah, that could be a debris signature right there. That may have been a tornado that went through Fergus. That is a pretty clear CC drop. Oh, boy. Hope everybody in Fergus is okay. We may have had a potential tornado in the Fergus area. If let me go try to find Dr. Sills' tweet here. Why do I not have the team chat up again? Where is it? Oh, here it is. Okay. Aha, there we go. All right. 5.4 thousand out on Hydro 1 between Woodstock, Cambridge, and Guelph. Anybody see that that tweet from Dave? Let me go find it right now. Let me go find it. Dave Sills from the Northern Tornadoes Project and the CSSL. Yeah. Yeah, Dave said, may have had just a weak tornado go through the Fergus, Ontario area, wrapped up both segments, some fairly tight rotation, and what appears to be radar-based tornado debris signature with temporal continuity. Only lowest tilt, though. Yeah, so it's possible. It might have just been some rotation, but it's possible that we could have, that could be a little bit of a debris signature that went through the Guelph area. So that would be bad. Oh, boy. Hope everybody's okay. Let me know if you're from the Guelph area, if everybody's all right. Seth Manka says that CC is still going, heading south of Erin. Okay, 1 sec. Let me go. Probably just keep correlation coefficient up. Let's see here. I see. So there it was. There it goes. Yeah. It kind of gets mixed in. And I don't think there's much rotation there. I mean, again, stranger things have happened, but yeah, it is kind of wrapping up a little bit here near Aaron. But it's hard to tell if any of this is debris signature. It's all mixed in with noise. So let's see. Tilt 2. Yeah, it looks decent, though. There's definitely a little bit of rotation there. And it is from that same cell that went through Fergus. That's right. Yeah, same cell that went through Fergus. Bang, bang, bang. Right there. Let's see if we can follow this. Okay, so it's here. Actually, let's go back to dual mode so we can really see the two. Okay. So this is what he's talking about here. Let's go back from Fergus to here. In theory, this would be it here. But then it gets mixed in. And then I don't know. Let's see if we go right to that. It's hard to tell. Hard to tell. But not a super classically strong environment, but definitely tilting and stretching possible. It could be something going on in that Aaron area. We'll see. But yeah, if you are in Facebook, there's a southern Guelph here, strong downpour, some thunder, and strong gusts, but okay otherwise. Okay. I think it was southern. I think it was southern Fergus that it went through. Let's see. Yeah, it did tighten up right there. It's got that kind of classic S shape to it. So yeah, it certainly tightened up at that point. Oh boy. Oh boy. Again, hopefully everybody's staying safe with these storms. A little bit of a tornado risk, mainly a damaging wind risk. Power outages are certainly possible. Could have a little bit of flying debris, could have some trees down. So be safe out there, especially if you have to travel at this point. Hopefully most people are not traveling. Usually the roads are a little bit more empty around 10:46 p.m. So that is a good thing, but still watching that cell. Same cell that went through Guelph. May have had a brief touchdown. Excuse me. Yeah, may have had a brief touchdown there. So, oh boy. By the way, thank you to all those who have subscribed to Instant Weather Pro. You can subscribe at instantweatherpro.com, adding some really, really awesome features to it. But anyways, we'll get into that at another time. I mean, here, you want to know what Instant Weather Pro is? You're looking at it right now. This is what I use all the time, Instant Weather Pro. Let me just tilt the screen here, get an interesting view at that. You can go right down to street level. You can see exactly how strong the winds are at every single pixel of radar. So they call it a bin, every bin of radar. You can see exactly how strong the winds are in the radar scan itself. Doesn't necessarily mean that's what's happening at the surface, but it can be. But yeah, huge thank you to all those who have subscribed over at instantweatherpro.com. If you do subscribe, please be patient with Teresa. She has to send out the instructions by hand. We are working on finalizing the automation of that, so that'll be a huge relief for her, especially when we're in the summertime going through, severe weather outbreaks. Things can get pretty hectic for her. So huge thank you to Teresa for sending everybody their instructions. If you do subscribe, make sure to check your spam folder, because we actually just recently had somebody subscribe and they're like, we didn't get any instructions for it. It was in their spam folder. So check your spam folder, please, because sometimes it goes into the spam folder there. So, we just got a new member on YouTube. Thank you so much to Speedbird for becoming a YouTube member. Thank you kindly. We sincerely appreciate your support. Thank you to all those who have become subscribers. To all the different things we do, from our text message alerts to upgrading the radar in our free app Instant Weather, or of course subscribing to Instant Weather Pro as well. So thank you so much. Appreciate it. Let's see here. Just scrolling through. Kayla says a lot of people are reporting in Fergus of a tornado. So are they reporting it like they heard about Dr. Sills' tweet, or are they reporting damage, Kayla? So let us know. But she's saying that a lot of people are reporting tornado in the Fergus area. Hold on, let me just copy her comment here, and I'm going to paste it in the chat. In our 1 second. Oh, damage report. Okay, we just got a damage report. Thank you, Cole. North of Guelph. North of Guelph with that front. A little bit of tree damage. Doesn't look too significant, but that could be something. That could be something. Oh boy. Oh boy. So that's not good. Facebook user says, how do I post a video? Go to our Facebook group. So search Ontario Storm Reports. I'll put up the link for it here. If you do have reports and you are on Facebook, head over to facebook.com/groups/Ontario Storm Reports. Or just go to the search bar at the top of Facebook and type Ontario Storm Reports. You'll see the group. It has about 360,000 people. I might be wrong on that number. It might be more, it might be less, but it's got somewhere north of 300,000 people, all reporting storms across Ontario. And some regular weather as well, too, when things are boring, but yes. Okay, let me just dive into the radar here real quick. I wanted to take a look at that storm because it kind of has a little hook on it now. As you can see right here near Brimstone. And there's a little bit of a hook on that. Let me go over to correlation coefficient, and it is a mess. So it's hard to tell if there... It's so messy, it's so hard to tell if there's a debris signature inside of that. It's just a total mess. But right here is where we could have some damaging wind gusts potentially. Let me flip back over to split mode, and then we can swipe. I love swiping back and forth. Okay, there's a little bit of a hook on that storm, though, and that's the storm that went through Guelph. Is that a drop? Hold on a second here. Wow, the tornado tilting and stretching parameter is now 6? Oh, boy. Okay. No, sorry. That must have been an earlier tweet. What? Oh, that was an hour ago. Okay, my bad. It was at a 6. Now it's at like a 3. Okay. Whew. I thought it went up to a 6. I was like, are you kidding me? What is happening? That just means that there's potential for these storms to stretch, and that's how you can, if they do have rotation that starts to tilt. When you have rotation, wind shears going different directions at different levels at different speeds, and that can create these kind of horizontal tubes. And then when you have a tilting stretching potential, that's when the tube starts to tilt towards the ground, and then if it stretches, that's when you could potentially have a touchdown. So tilting and stretching is pretty important for that stuff. Melissa B. helping us out. She says, I love her profile image, by the way, dead inside, but caffeinated. Everyone asking for the region, please use the free Instant Weather app. The chat is moving far too fast to catch every request. Tell us what you're experiencing instead. Thank you. Yeah, much better if you let us know what you're experiencing than being like, hey, Adam, can you look at my town? You're in your town. So if you can let me know what's happening in your town, that would be very, very helpful. Your town, your city, your county, whatever details you want to share with us. This is starting to kind of turn a little bit. Let me go back to velocity. Let's take a look at the wind. Yeah, there's something going on there. 1 sec. Let me go to tilt 2, tilt 3. Okay. Back to tilt 1. Let's see. So strong winds is the main concern with that cell. All of these cells. The strong wind gusts are the main concern. Power outages are certainly possible. We have had some minor tree damage that I saw on Twitter. Let me go back to our team chat here. Brennan said, is that the first tornado risk mentioned severe warning for Toronto this year, and it's in November? Really? Are you sure? I mean, you live there, so you'd know. You'd know. Oh boy. Well, I'm glad we went live though. We were like, do we go? Do we not? Is this gonna hold on? Is this gonna fizzle away? And decided to go live. So I say, hey, I'm here. I have a shirt on. That's my in my checklist. It's like, am I wearing clothes? Check. Can I push this all down and make it look like I prepared? Check. Yeah, I saw that photo, Miranda. That's interesting. It's hard to tell what that is, but it's Certainly like a low-hanging shelf or something. Maybe a wall cloud. It's hard to tell. Tricky. Tricky. Anyhow. Okay. 6,014 people joining us. Not all on one platform, but there's, if you add up, if you take all the Facebook pages and you take everything, you squish it all together, that's how many people are watching the live stream right now. So thank you so much, everybody, for joining us. We sincerely appreciate it. Late night to go live, too. Yeah, it's a little bit late, isn't it? Very windy in Brantford, says Facebook user. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. That hook is right by my house right now, says Michael Collins. Hey, Michael, how's it going? Long time no see. Oh, you know what? Anyways, I'll deal with that after. Okay. Quiet in Woodstock now, says Facebook user. Thank you so much. Facebook user said, did the storm slow down? That cell doesn't seem to be moving on your radar. I'm not animating it at the moment. Oh, boy. Yeah, that hook. This is still the same cell. Look at the signature now. 104 kilometers an hour. Look at this signature. Hold on, I got to go to the debris. See if we can see anything. There's a hook on this cell, and there's... It's hard to tell. It's so noisy here. It's hard to tell, but there's definitely a hook on that cell, and there's like really strong winds on it. Look at this right here. This is the strongest cell so far right now. It's right near, how do you pronounce this? Kilmanagh? Kilmagna? Right near Kilmagna, which is west of Sand Hill. This is east of Orangeville, northeast of Inglewood. And that's quite a signature on it right there. I don't like the look of that at all. I might want to go minor rotation on this. It's hard to tell. I just don't like that it's got a hook and it's got that really strong wind pattern. Okay, I'm going to do it. I'm going to go minor on this one. Oh, you know what I don't have up that I normally do? That's why I missed that tweet. Okay, let me just get rid of this. I know what I'm missing. I just figured it out. Okay, let me do some tweaking here. Okay, perfect. Now I can see all the latest tweets. I didn't have the tweet deck up, so I didn't see all these. Okay, perfect. Okay, where was I? Okay, I've got the team chat up. Okay, I got the team chat up. Let's see here. I'm going to send a notification on this one cell. That's the one right there. Okay. Okay, let me make sure I got the right one. Yeah, it's kind of going towards the Vaughan area right now. Let's see what we're dealing with here. Right near Inglewood. That's right. Inglewood. Excuse me. Caledon East. Yeah, just south of it. Okay, I think I got the right polygon. And it looks like it's moving due east. Let me see. A little bit to the northeast, actually. So I'm going to adjust this polygon a bit. To the northeast. Maybe not so much into Vaughan. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to go that much into Vaughan, but more towards Bolton, maybe. Okay, I'm going to update that. Tornado warning. Oh. They have tornado warned this cell that I was just about to put rotation on. Yeah, they have tornado warned it. There is your tornado warning right there. November 10th tornado warning, folks. You didn't have that on your bingo card. Oh my goodness. Folks, please take shelter if you're in the path of this one. Let's see what they talk about for locations impacted. They didn't mention it here. They'll probably do an update on it. But yeah, the cell they're talking about is the one we were talking about right now, which is right here. And again, it's got a hook on it. It's the same cell that went through Guelph that may have produced a brief tornado there, but it's got a hook on it right here. It's heading from Kilmagna Kilmanagh to Sandhill, Macville, Wildfield, Tormore. And so it's actually heading up. Sorry, it's heading up towards Bolton, really. It's heading towards the northeast, right up towards Bolton. So I'm still going to do my polygon. I'll do tornado potential just because I want to put more details. We've detected tornado potential with the storm near Kill, Managh, tracking to the northeast towards Bolton. I played a show in Bolton one time. Hopefully everybody there is going to be safe. The timing here is going to be 10:59, and I'm sending it out right now. Wealth damage reported. And someone said, Kayla Moores on YouTube said, a lot of people reporting in Fergus of a tornado. Those are her exact words. Reporting a tornado in Fergus kind of area. Yeah. So we have a tornado warning right now on this cell right here. This is heading towards Sandhill, Macville, Bolton, Glasgow. If you're in those areas, you need to take shelter. This will track up towards King City, right towards the radar station, maybe towards Aurora, New Scotland, Eversley area, Happy Valley, maybe towards Newmarket, but it's still a ways away at the moment. But these storms are flying. Every 6-minute radar update, these storms are cooking that way. So tornado warning in place. That's right. It is 11 o'clock. And, we just got the next radar update. And it looks a lot weaker. Yep. Looks a lot weaker on that cell, which is good news. So whatever rotation we had here, it went from, oh my goodness, to still tornado warning on it. So, of course, I would still be taking the precautions just in case it does decide to strengthen again. But right now, yeah. Yeah, so that did weaken a lot. I would not be surprised if EC was to drop that tornado warning, but at this point in time, still a strong storm, still damaging winds possible from Macville, Bolton, Nobleton area. The rotation we did see has weakened considerably on the next frame, which is great news. But yeah, I would still take it seriously, folks. There's tilt 2. Let's see here. That's tilt 2, tilt 3, tilt 4. Still quite a signature south of Macville on the upper levels, but nothing too strong there. Still keeping an eye on that little pocket, but when it was right here, it looked ridiculous. It was like, oh my goodness, this is so strong. 104 kilometers an hour. Looked really, really strong right here. Had a hook. On the next frame, the hook straightens out here, but there still could certainly be some wind damage in the Sandhill area and heading up towards Macville, Tormore, Bolton areas, maybe up towards Nobleton. That's right. That is right. All right. Yes. So there's that. A lot of folks are joining us on the live stream now, likely because of the tornado warning. And thank you so much for joining us. We're keeping a close eye on this. Tornado warning circulation in Peel region, says Tom Steff, heading east-northeast, weak couplet on radar. Okay. So there's that. Let's see what's going on down here. Little tiny bit of weak rotation near Adgerton area. On the back side of that, though, let's see. Let's see what cast it looks like on these. I want to see that storm on the last frame. I never checked it. Yeah, they're really low top, so it's looking a lot better from closer radars. But again, that looks like that rotation has weakened considerably. There's still a tornado warning in place, so we still want to be cautious with it. But I would not be surprised if ECCC dropped that one. We'll see. That's up to them. Let's see here. Now, it's pretty close to the radar station as well, too. So that could actually be skewing what we're seeing here. So the fact that we're not seeing much in the rotation, sometimes that can be a problem closer to the radar. So nonetheless, this is still a tornado warning for Environment Canada. If you are in Bolton, in that Bolton region, in Sandhill, Macville, Bolton area, I would still be taking this storm seriously. And it could potentially increase its strength on the next frame. IW Storm Risk is only talking about a 0.01% tornado risk on this storm. Did it kick it up a notch? Yeah, it just updated to 1%. So there's a little chance of a tornado touching down here. Hopefully nothing. Seth Manka says, hey, Adam, that storm had a CC drop on the Exeter radar on tilt 4. Tilt 4 from Exeter on this storm, I think, is a little far. Tilt 4 would be debris lofted pretty darn high. I would only consider probably what's happening from King. Tilt 4 on that storm. Let me go check it out. But that's pretty far away. Let's see here. I see what you're talking about. That little. Yeah, I don't know if it's, and see, that's actually behind the storm a little bit. I don't know if that would be visible from that far away. That's pretty big distance. And at tilt 4, that's so high up in the atmosphere. So it's that far away, and then it's that high up in the atmosphere. I think that's a little far to see a debris signature. If anything, we would see it from King here, but it's getting really close to radar, which can be a problem. It can kind of be a problem when it gets too close to radar. It can actually kind of skew things a bit. So anyways, yeah, still tornado warning on that storm. Again, it's possible they'll drop it, but they may keep it going. We are still seeing some really strong winds in other places near Wildfield here. Strong winds, guys. Sand Hill, Macville areas, strong winds for sure. What are the tornado odds in Bolton? 1%, says our machine learning, our IW storm risk. We could have called it AI storm risk, but we didn't want to go down that road of everything being called AI right now. But it's machine learning, so it is kind of AI. Our IW storm risk is saying 1% tornado risk on that storm right now. We are seeing strong winds continuing to track to the east, Kleinburg area, Toromore. A new radar frame came in, and I'm still not seeing anything for focused rotation at the moment. It is really close to the radar, though, which can be a little bit of a problem. I think probably now that there's been 2 scans, I'm a little more optimistic that EC will drop the tornado warning, but it's hard to say for sure, so we'll see. Again, that's up to them. But if there's still a tornado warning in place, I would still be taking shelter in the path of that storm. And, yeah. Let's see here. Kira says, hey, Adam, I got an emergency alert on my phone from EC about tornado warning. I'm in Beaton and not really seeing anything. Any ideas? You're in Beaton. Where's Beaton? It's close to here, isn't it? You're in Beaton. Let's see here. Let me search it up. I see. It's new Tecumseh. Let's see here. Oh, I see. You're to the north? Yeah, you're fine. Beaton's fine. You only got the tornado warning because you're in proximity to the tornado warning, but you're not actually in the tornado warning. If you're ever wondering, if you get a tornado warning on your phone, go check our free app to see if your town is actually inside of the tornado warning. Because often areas near the tornado warning will get it because you're just in range of that cell phone tower, but that doesn't necessarily mean you're actually in the tornado warning. It's good to know. You just saw on the screen, it looks like a new severe thunderstorm warning has been issued. Still really strong winds here, heading east towards Kleinburg, Toromore, Purpleville, Velor, Hope, Maple, into Vaughan, Richmond Hill. Strong winds for sure. I'm not seeing super duper strong rotation at the moment. It did weaken. It's getting closer to radar, which can be a bit problematic. The shape of it is getting odd as well, too. So it looks like it's trying to weaken, but it was quite interesting there for a minute. Savannah says, where's the tornado currently? If there is a tornado... Oh, the tornado warning has been dropped. So if there is a tornado, it would have been kind of near the... It would have started in Kilmana Kilmanagh? Kilmanagh? I don't know how to pronounce that. Kilmanagh. If there was a tornado, it would have been here towards Sand Hill, but I think it may have weakened just based on radar. It looks like it did weaken. So I'm going to drop that tornado potential polygon as well because it did weaken here. I forgot to drop that earlier. Perfect. That is gone now as well. So the tornado warning has been dropped by Environment Canada as anticipated, just because radar did weaken quite drastically on that storm. But we're going to keep an eye on that. But still really strong winds here northwest of Vaughan, heading into Vaughan and Richmond Hill area as well. I was also in Richmond Hill recently for the Ontario Opticians Conference, which was really great. They're, as you may have seen, their logo on our forecast maps. They're our official sponsor. And a huge thank you to Jennifer there and the whole team. They're all quite wonderful. In fact, I was very impressed. Their culture, their team culture there is just incredible. Everybody is praising everybody else. They all really think highly of each other. They all had a blast. They actually, I got there and I was just going there to say hi and to meet some of the members of Ontario Opticians that I've never met before. And so I get there and Jennifer there, who is the executive director, Jennifer Wicks, she says, "Hey, I'm going on stage right now." And there's like a room full of like 300 or 350 people. And she's like, "Hey, I'm going on stage right now. Do you want to come up and say a few things?" And I'm like, "Sure, I'm glad I prepared nothing." I was like, "Okay." So I went up on stage and told the instant weather story. And I said, "Anybody, show of hands, anybody ever heard of instant weather or Ontario Storm Watch?" And, like 17 people put their hands up out of 350. And I was like, "Cool, great, awesome." And then I told the story about the roof story. As soon as I said I told the story, or I had to go on stage, Brennan put in capitals, "roof story" in our team chat. He knew right away. So I told the story about, Melancton in 2013 when the roof was thrown at my car while we were storm chasing an EF1 tornado. And then, yada, yada, yada. Here we are more than 10 years later. Brennan just wrote roof story again in our team chat. And I went up there, and so, hey, I wasn't expecting to go on stage, but I went up there and told my 2-3 minute story and then said, "Goodbye, everybody." And Brennan said good timing because he's got a drink. So anyways, I went up there and said the story. I left the stage, and then I got to spend time meeting all the different people, some wonderful people on their team. And anyway, so I went around, and then Jennifer was kind enough to grab her guitar. She had a guitar, so I was like, oh, I could just, outside of the conference room, maybe play some songs. So I sat out there and played, Blackbird and a few different tunes. And then all of a sudden they said, "Hey, you need to come up on stage and play guitar." And I was like, oh, I didn't prepare for that either, but okay. And then so I went back into the room and said, "Hi, everybody," again. And they've been watching like speakers like all day. They had booths all day, and then they watched speakers all day. Anyways, it was interesting. But I went up there and played an original and then played another song. And they said I have to come back. So April 6th is the next time. It's at the, where was it? It was the, wasn't the Hilton. I have to remember what it was again. But anyways, it's in Richmond Hill. The Sheraton, I think. It's the Sheraton Hotel in Richmond Hill. But they're going to be doing it again April 6th. So I'll go to the Ontario Opticians thing. And Liam on our team, who's in Hamilton. Everybody knows Liam. He's in Hamilton. He says he just got tornado warning on TV in Hamilton. Why is that system so broken? It's so brutal. Like, the tornado warning is over. That's so funny. Sarah on our team said no apologies, and that's exactly the original I played. I went up on stage and played No Apologies, and then I played All These Things That I Have Done by the Killers. Those are the two songs I played. You know that. I got soul, but I'm not a soldier. That's the second one I played, so that was fun. But I did play No Apologies. Yeah, that's the first song. That's my go-to. All right. Anyways, tornado warning for some reason. If you're in Hamilton or anywhere, if you're anywhere in Ontario and you have a tornado warning on anything, it is wrong. This is why you should download our free app. Because our free app will tell you that there is no tornado warning for Hamilton. I'm going to do this right now. I'm going to put my money where my mouth is. I'm going to go to our free app. Here it is. Go to our free app. Okay, I'm going to type in Hamilton. Oh, by the way, there's a little trick to Hamilton. You have to type City of Hamilton, actually. If you're in Hamilton and you wonder why the forecast is wrong in our app, type City of Hamilton. Because supposedly there's like a Hamilton County, and that's the wrong one. So type City of Hamilton. The easy way to check if you have the right Hamilton, go to the live radar button and see if it's your Hamilton or if it's like in Eastern Ontario or something. Okay, City of Hamilton. This should work. Here we go. Perfect. Here we go. City of Hamilton. Severe thunderstorm warning. If you touch that, you'll see if there's any other alerts. So damaging winds detected, severe thunderstorm watch, severe thunderstorm warning. It does say a tornado is possible. You can see that right there. A tornado is possible. But it says that in all the severe thunderstorm warnings today because there is a little risk of a tornado today. And we may have had actually a touchdown potentially in Guelph earlier. So, or sorry, not Guelph, Fergus. I keep saying Guelph, but I meant Fergus. My bad. Yeah, so anybody in the Fergus area, let us know if you have any damage. We hope everybody's okay. But Facebook user says, why the warning for tornado if it's not true? Oh, no, the tornado warning did happen, and that was true, but it ended. And for some reason, there's so many systems out there. There's so many systems out there that, like, the tornado warning gets issued. Their system, like, 2 minutes later, 5 minutes later, 10 minutes later shows it. And then it, like, stays there for, like, an hour. Like, it just horrifies me that there's people just, like, so far away from this, and Hamilton's nowhere. It's not near where the tornado risk was. Anyways, I should probably tell you how I really feel. But yeah, we might get we might be removed. Let's see here if I tell you how I really feel. Sal says, have the app and just got the tornado potential. Yes, but we did remove the tornado potential. So if you go and double check and pull the refresh and you check again, the tornado potential has been removed. Seth Manka says, NTP, if they check, are going to have a hard time flying any drones tomorrow to check for damage due to the winds. Oh, yeah, maybe. That's a good point. Yeah, I don't know. Some of those drones are pretty impressive. You've seen the stuff coming out of the U.S. where they're flying a drone like right beside the most violent tornado ever recorded on radar. And they're like, I mean, they're probably pretty zoomed in, but they're not that far from the tornado. And those DJI drones, they're hanging on. So it's pretty impressive what they can do now. Chris says, Adam, commercial keeps interrupting you. My apologies. YouTube does the random commercials. And I think Facebook even does them sometimes, but my apologies for that. I was just yammering on about the wonderful people at Ontario Opticians who have sponsored us. We think they're great. Let's see here. Okay, let me just keep taking a look at radar here. I want to go double check what's happening down towards Oakville, towards Hamilton. Hamilton looks fine. Let's see here. Gusty winds are there for sure. There is some potential for wind damage. The potential for any tornado development seems to be weakening as we get further into the evening. Southeast of Nobleton, some pretty strong winds down here. This is northwest of Purpleville. We're talking 87 kilometers an hour, 86. So pretty strong, but thankfully no more rotation on that cell because it looked pretty interesting. Of course, Environment Canada issued a tornado warning. Let's also remember that it is November 10th, and we're talking about tornado warnings. The times they are a change. Let's see here. Although somebody did mention a tornado on November 9th in 2005, and I believe they said Hamilton. Was it Hamilton? Somebody said, yeah, I'm pretty sure they said Hamilton. Let's see here. Suds was wondering, couldn't see the radar icons. Yeah, you gotta click the radar button at the bottom. It's all good. It's all good. Probably should have made that clear. Okay. Just looking through the comments at the moment. Thank you so much to everybody who's joined us. Thank you for downloading our free app. I was getting to the point. I don't know where my story was going, but if you download our free app called Instant Weather, you can get it at instantweatherapp.com. Download it. And then when you're like, am I actually in a tornado warning? I see it on the TV, or I received it, but it didn't say my town. Go to our app, search your location. We've built this API that powers the app. I heard somebody call it an appy, but anyways, we built the system that powers the app. We've refined it for the past decade, and we've caught pretty much most of the edge cases. Okay. That's a little interesting. South of King City here. Now, I know this is really close to radar, but south of King City here is there's a little bit of minor rotation now. That might be its relationship to the radar, potentially. But yeah, there's a little bit of minor rotation there. What are we at here for percentage? Still 1% tornado risk on that one. There's a little something going on right here near King City. Reflectivity is quite messy. I'm not that excited about this cell, but it's worth keeping an eye on. We'll see what the next frame does. But yeah, a little tiny bit of minor rotation here near King City at the moment, which would be crossing, which just crossed the 400. So moving east of the 400 at the moment. All right. Chris says, my sister-in-law lives right there, King City near 400. Seth Manka says, K-Buff is showing a good curl on that cell from a distance over the King City radar. Yeah, I'll go take a look. Oh, what's going on here? Yeah, there's a little something. Yeah, just some broad rotation. Nothing too interesting at the moment there. Again, I have a feeling like things are going to start calming down as far as rotation's concerned, but again, stranger things have happened. Yeah, there's a little bit of a hook. Yeah, K-Buff is kind of showing a little bit of that hook for King City. Just a bit. And if you go to King City radar and you zoom in, you can see a little bit of minor rotation there. Nothing too substantial, but that is worth... This is the same cell that had the tornado warning earlier. It was just had the tornado warning there, and now it's moved here. So that is worth watching. Let's go back and let's take a look at... Let's go back and take a look at Exeter and see what it looks like on this cell. Yeah, Exeter kind of has a little tiny hook too, and yeah, something going on. And that's some upper level rotation potentially there. Only 1% tornado risk on that cell, but you know, stranger things have happened, so we watched closely. But yeah, a little tiny bit of minor rotation there. So anything for Bolton, says Facebook user. No, that was earlier. You're good now. You're good. There's a city called Snowball. I don't know if it's a city. I put my money on town or village. That's where my money's going. That's an interesting tip, Kelly. Let's see here. Here we go. Canadian Goose, by the way, the greatest YouTube account I've ever seen, with a baseball bat. That's fantastic. Canadian Goose says, the edge of Caledon got heavy rain and sounds like rough winds. And you probably should have added honk to that. But anyways. Nicole says, so can I sleep? I don't know where you're located, but maybe. Joy Webster coming in with words of wisdom here. A tornado warning doesn't equal one touching down. No, it does not. But you definitely still want to take them seriously. Miranda from our team says, Snowball, I love snow. We know you love snow, Miranda. We'll see what happens. Crossing my fingers for you. She lives in Sarnia, and she says she never gets snow, and she's always getting mist. Yeah, I want to keep an eye on that cell, though. When's the next frame here? That's 11:18, 11:22. So we still have a couple minutes, 2 or 3 minutes until we get another radar frame. Any power outages happening, says Facebook user? Yeah, there seems to be. Can I check on Brampton, says Facebook user? Yeah, one sec. Let me see. Yeah, Brampton's fine. All the action's to the east now. To the east of Brampton, that is. Not eastern Ontario, but to the east of Brampton. Most of this looks like it's weakening. The only thing that I'm really seeing that's interesting right now is a little bit of this Toronto storm, but not really, but more so this King City cell. This King City cell is still the interesting one at this point in time. It was the one that was under a tornado warning near Bolton. Yeah, all clear for Bolton. Yeah, Bolton's good. You're good. All right, it's time for me to drink some water. We've been live streaming already for 2 hours. That was 2 hours? What? That is ridiculous. It's like when I used to work a long, long time ago, I was, believe it or not, a cashier at Sobeys on Bayfield Street in Barrie. So if you remember the Bayfield Street Sobeys, It's funny because I mentioned this before in last streams, but I was like a bag boy, and they're like, "You talk too much. Just do your job." And then I went. They decided to put me in like produce, and they're like, "You talk too much. Just do your job." And then they decided to put me over here, and they're like, "You talk too much. Just do your job." And then finally, they're like, "Do you want to try cash?" And I'm like, "All right." And then they're like, "Okay, you people are like lining up at my tail because I would just like talk so much. I'd be like, "Hey, what's going? Oh, what do you buy? Oh, that's interesting." And the whole time I would just talk. It seems to be where I've perfected the nonstop talking was my Sobeys years, and I was there from the age of 15 to like 18 or something, and I had a lot of fun. Oh, okay. Damaging winds still possible near Temperanceville. It's quite a name, Temperanceville. 93.24 kilometers here. Still seeing quite a strong wind signature now on that storm. It's got quite a hook on it. It's a big, broad hook, though. It's very broad. 2% tornado risk on that cell now. It's got an interesting signature. It's pretty close to the radar. I might go minor on it. Minor rotation and damaging wind risk. I think I'm going to do that right now. But yeah, if somebody talks too much, then put them on cash. That's what we learned about me. Talk too much, you go to the cash register. And then at one point in time, it was getting silly at one point in time. I was like, I had this huge, I remember vividly, I had this huge lineup of people. And then someone would open up a new till and be like, "I can take you over here." And then like the lady like is like, I'm okay. I'm waiting for Adam. I just yammered on a lot. I talked a lot. I talked too much. I actually thought I was going to get in trouble for talking too much, but it turns out that's what they wanted from you. And you know what? I think I could have been a Starbucks window person. You know, the Starbucks window person. So it's like, "So how's your day going? Like, what are you up to today?" And you're like, "Oh, doing this and doing that." They're like, "Oh, okay." And they're like waiting for your Frappuccino or whatever it is. I could have been the Starbucks person. I think I missed my calling with being a Starbucks window person. I could have been that person for sure. Okay. Let's see here. Yeah, damaging wind gusts and minor rotation is what I'm going to do. I'm going to go orange. Let's see exactly where it is. King City. Let me just do this polygon here. Okay, King City. It's just to the east of King City now. So I'm going to go... Second. I'm going to narrow this polygon a lot. I want to make sure I get it right. I'm not going to notify King City. I'm going to notify east of King City. Where's Temperanceville? That's exactly where I'm notifying. Temperanceville up towards Van Dorf, I think, ish. Yeah, like that. Okay, I'm trying to get this polygon really, really isolated. Temperanceville up to there. And I think it's going to the northeast. Let me just make sure. It's trying. It's going this way. Okay. I think that's about right. Back, make sure there's no other polygons. Okay, perfect. Okay. All right, so let's see here. I'm going to go orange, and I'm going to say, oopsie. Okay. Damaging winds and minor rotation. Damaging wind gusts and minor rotation have been detected on the storm just east of King City, tracking to the northeast. The east-northeast. The timing here is going to be 11:27. And I'm going to send out that notification right about now. All right, sent it out. All right, it's gone out. Let's see here. So that includes Cherry, Preston Lake, Van Dorf, Aurora, Bethesda, Lemonville, Ballantrae, Cedar Valley. Those areas is where this is heading up to. You can see all that right there. Okay, where is my live stream? There we go. New member, thank you so much. Appreciate it. Thank you kindly. Heard of Hurdles, appreciate it. Became a YouTube member. Thank you so much. It's very kind of you. And and Karen Owen as well too. Thank you so much, Karen. Karen has become a YouTube member as well. Thank you kindly. We appreciate your support. Sincerely, we really do. It really makes a big difference. So thank you so much. You can see that really, really strong wind signature right here, tracking up to the northeast. I'm going to take a peek around to some different areas. Let me just remove that app mention here. Going back to our team chat. Whoa. Yeah, we've got some damage in Fergus. So there may have been a tornado in Fergus, a brief touchdown possibly. Whoa, here we go. Yeah, seeing some minor structural damage in Fergus. Oh boy, that's not good. Yep. Uh-huh. Just looking at a few different tweets here. Give me a second. Yeah, Tom Steff said quite the signature on this cell. With that hook on that cell. It's the same cell that was tornado warned earlier. Yeah, tree damage in Fergus. Yeah, it looks like we may have had maybe a little brief touchdown potentially near the Fergus area. So, oh boy. That still showing really strong winds near Gormley at the moment, but I think potentially that rotation signature is starting to weaken. I hope. This little signature right, crossing the 404 right now is right on the southern tip of that cell, heading up in towards Bethesda, Lemonville. Damaging winds are possible in that storm. There might be a little bit of rotation on it. We put damaging winds and minor rotation on that one. Still 1% tornado risk on it. So the overall tornado risk is pretty low, but it is worth mentioning. And we may have had a brief touchdown there. We may have had a brief touchdown on that storm. Thank you so much, Patricia. A huge thank you to Patricia and our whole moderation team for all their wonderful work they do on Ontario storm reports and on our pages as well too. It is a huge undertaking, and I couldn't be happier with how incredibly well Patricia and the team has handled it. So sincerely appreciate all of their help, her help, and everybody else's help as well too. Oh boy. Yeah, there's something going on with Facebook. Like, I can't even ban people who are putting inappropriate comments. I can only delete them. So, anyways, yeah, it's been a bit of a problem. But these things happen. Melissa says, please check Lake Ontario for rotation. Yeah, there's some really broad rotation south of Toronto over Lake Ontario, but nothing too exciting at the moment. Looks pretty boring. I can try it from Buffalo, see if it's any better. Nah. Not too exciting at all. That storm that's east of King is still looking a little bit interesting for damaging wind potential right here near Gormley, heading up towards Bethesda. Yeah, it's going pretty much perfectly slightly to the northeast. Bethesda, Ringwood, Stouffville, it'll be heading towards Glasgow. So we're watching that one. So basically just east and northeast of King City. We're watching that closely. We hope everybody's staying safe. I hope everybody stayed safe in Fergus, because there may have been a brief tornado touchdown there earlier. It looked like there was a little bit of a debris signature. We'll have to see what happens. Starblazer says, look at Lake Ontario. There's rotation. Yeah, there is, but it's pretty weak, and it's kind of detached. So if you look at it right here, you can see, this is what I mean by detached is you can see the green over here and the red here, but you see how there's kind of like a separation between it with really, really low values. So it is rotating, but it's pretty boring, and it's in the middle of the lake. Hopefully there's nobody in the middle of the lake, but that may happen, but it really looks boring to me. Karen says, appreciate your channel and live feed. Gave me time to get downstairs with limited mobility. Thank you, Team Instant Weather. Oh, thank you so much, Karen. I'm glad we're able to help. Sincerely appreciate it. It is our pleasure. Whoa. Clinton says wind gusts of 103 kilometers an hour was reported at Hamilton Airport. Whoa. Oh, Mark Robinson now is saying tree damage near Groves Hospital, west side of Fergus. Oh boy, folks, we may have had a little brief tornado touchdown from what we're seeing here. Brendan, I know you're on the stream. If you can, you probably already did this, but if you can post those the images of the damage there as well, I'd appreciate that. Looks like some backyard damage, like the barbecue got moved. Oh, they moved the barbecue back because it was actually on the gate. Yeah, there. It looks like their gazebo went down. Yeah, some minor damage in Fergus from what we're seeing. Oh, he did already. Perfect. Thank you so much. I figured as much. I just wanted to make sure. Oh boy. Yeah, and Mark Robinson is saying tree damage. So near Groves Hospital, west side of Fergus. So hopefully everybody's safe at the hospital. A lot of folks are asking about Kaladin. Steve from Minecraft is asking about Kaladin. Let me take a look here. So yeah, a little bit of rotation over the water, but it's not that exciting from what I can tell. Still 1% tornado risk on that cell here. That's the one northeast of King City. Kaladin? I think Kaladin is fine. Let me just double check here. Where is Kaladin again? I should find you. Not Caledonia. Hold on a sec here. Let me just search it up. It's a lot easier if I just type it in because I don't have to think. The less thinking is sometimes nice. Let's see here. Oh, okay. Yeah, Kaladin's fine. You're good. Everything is east of you now. Kaladin's gold. I wouldn't worry about Kaladin. Kaladin's good. You can go to bed, Kaladin. It's time for that song. You can go to bed. Storm has passed. Time is now. Matthew says lost power in Scarborough. So yeah, the storm's cooking pretty good even through the GTA. Losing power over this one. What time is it? We should get a new frame pretty soon. Next minute or so, we'll get another frame. The only storm I'm concerned about right now, obviously there's a little bit of power outages happening in the GTA, so there could be some branches falling down, that type of thing. But the main storm I'm concerned about is the one northeast of King City at the moment. This is the one that used to be under a tornado warning, still looking fairly potent. And it's still worth keeping an eye on here. But yeah, Kaladin can go to bed. Everybody's asking, can Brampton go to sleep? Hold on, let me see here. Brampton can go to sleep. You can go to bed. Yeah, all good. We basically just have to put everybody to bed. We're going to change the live stream to put people to bed show. Kira coming in again. Thank you so much for the super chat, Kira. You didn't have to do that, but I appreciate it. It's very kind of you. Adam, my grandma lives in Sanford near Uxbridge. Is there any rotation there? My Instant Weather Pro isn't loading for some reason. It isn't loading? I'm loading it right now. How is it not loading? It's working perfectly for me. Your Instant Weather Pro is not loading? Is anybody else having problems with it? Working for me. Can you tell about Etobicoke, please? Yeah, I'll take a look. Okay, Kira, let me double check. So you said Uxbridge, right? Okay. The strongest part of the storm is heading kind of in that direction, but I'm still not seeing anything too exciting. We just got a new radar frame, and all I'm seeing is strong winds towards Stouffville. I'm not seeing anything like strong rotation at the moment. Just seeing some strong winds. 2% tornado risk. It's pretty low. I think Uxbridge is going to be fine. It's just going to be gusty. So maybe all good. Let's see here. Power out in Toronto. A lot of folks are... which part of Fergus, says Heather? I'm not sure. Wherever the Groves Hospital is. That's the area that we're hearing of some tree damage. Power died for a second in Vaughan Maple. Thank you so much. Is it Emily? Emily, I think. The spelling is throwing me. Justine says close and reopen the app. Yeah, that can work sometimes. If it's not loading, just kill it and reopen it. It's pretty easy. It usually solves most problems. Ryan R says Instant Weather Pro is working great for me. Yeah, it's working great for me too. I mean, I use it on the live stream, so it gives me a good idea if it's going down, because if it's not working on the live stream, that would be a good indicator. But it seems to be working. It's been working perfectly fine all day. So again, huge thank you to all those who have subscribed to Instant Weather Pro. I sincerely appreciate it. Woofy says that damage was posted on X. Looks like downtown Fergus. Possible? Yeah. Somebody on where I decided to go live on X or on Twitter, and someone said EF5 is happening right now, and that is incorrect. That is definitely a lie. These people, I'm telling you. Some people's kids, you know? Let's see here. Can Mississauga go to sleep? Okay, it's time to put everybody to bed. Okay, here we go. Can Mississauga go to sleep? Let me see. Mississauga. You can go to bed. Mr. Severe Weatherman says EF5. Yeah, it's not happening. EF5 is not happening. There hasn't been a confirmed EF5 in the U.S. since 2013, which is incredible drought. Although that just means of the violent tornadoes that have happened have not hit the right types of structures. There could have been EF5 level tornadoes, and based on radar, there has been, but EF5 is a damage scale, so it has to hit something of substantial significance for it to be rated EF5. Kaladin go to sleep? Yeah, Kaladin can go to bed. Kaladin's good. Hey, Kaladin's fine. All good. Time to go to bed. If there's no storm above you right now, I think you're okay. Can you check out the couplet CC drop north of Newcastle? Reflectivity isn't too sure. North of Newcastle. Let me double check here. Newcastle, Ontario. Oh, Clarington? Let's see here. Yeah, there's literally no rotation at all. You're good. You're fine. I'm not seeing, to clarify, I'm not seeing any rotation anywhere. Not even over the water now. I'm not seeing anything that's like, I mean, all storms rotate to an extent, but I'm talking about focused rotation with concern. I'm not seeing zippity doodah at the moment. The only storm I'm still keeping an eye on is this Stouffville one, northeast of King City. Just keeping an eye on it. Still looks pretty weak, but there's some strong wind gusts in there. But I'm not seeing anything significant at the moment. So let's see here. Facebook user says, hi, Adam, can you please give an update for Niagara Falls? And thank you guys so much for your help and effort. You're very welcome. I will do that. So Niagara Falls, I got to check. And this question, why is there warnings for a severe storm in St. Thomas? I think it's probably just actually, there's not. There is no severe thunderstorm warning or severe thunderstorm watch or special weather state, but there's nothing for St. Thomas. So whatever app you're using is garbage. You probably want to... Is that nice to say? It's probably not nice to say. But if your app says there's a severe thunderstorm warning for St. Thomas, then it's a little slow. So you might want to... There's a reason we called our company Instant Weather. We like we're very, 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 very into the idea of the second that a warning is issued, you have it. The second a warning is gone, you know it's gone. And that's it. Like we wanted to make it as instant as possible. Because when you're dealing with severe thunderstorms, you don't want to have a tornado warning that's still going on the television half an hour after it's done for an area that wasn't even warned. Like, ugh. Anyways, yeah, you can tell my frustration. So I would recommend downloading our free app. You can get it at instantweatherapp.com. Huge thank you to those who have subscribed to extend the future radar on that app. We appreciate it. To those who have subscribed to Instant Weather Pro, which is what we use here on the live stream, which is the first ever Pro Radar app where you can swipe back and forth between rain and wind. You can check back and forth between them. It's the first ever Pro Radar app that has machine learning algorithms to tell you the percentage risk for all the different weather types. So total severe risk is 9% right now in that cell, 2% tornado risk, 9% severe wind risk, and the hail risk is basically zippity doodah. But this is the cover our butts percentage here. We never go to 0. We always go to 0.01. The model does export as 0. But I explicitly said, can we make that 0.01 when it's 0? That'd be great. Just in case. Actually, specifically, I did it for landspout tornadoes because you can't pick those up with radar. They're more surface-based. You just don't see that rotation on radar. Sometimes you see very weak rotation in these kind of hybrid tornadoes. Dr. Sills talks about a lot where it's like a landspout mixed in with a mesocyclone, so it's kind of this hybrid between the two. But most of the time with landspouts, you cannot see them on radar. As far as the wind, you can see sometimes like a hook echo. You can see the reflectivity. You can see the rain, structure of the storm. But typically, you don't see the rotation. So that is really why I did that 0.01% on Instant Weather Pro. So I'm like, yeah, for land spouts, we probably don't want to be saying 0% tornado. We want to say 0.01. So that's why we did that. Ryan says, will there be a tornado going through downtown? Do you mean Toronto? I'm going to say probably not. Oh, the Niagara region. Yes, I did say the Niagara region. We should check. There's some pretty strong winds happening right now over Lake Ontario, but that is nothing too significant. And yeah, it's not that exciting over here in Niagara area. There's a little something going on northwest of St. Catharines, but not really. Pretty boring. Let's go check the Buffalo radar, which is a lot closer. And it probably looks even more boring. Yeah, it does. Okay, so some strong winds are possible in the Niagara region, but not seeing anything significant as far as rotation's concerned. I think you're okay in that regard. The only storm still keeping an eye on is this one over here near Stouffville. So some strong wind gusts there. So we'll see what happens when we get an update on the machine learning here. But Facebook user says Stouffville just stopped, mostly raining, or raining mostly all day. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Appreciate the report. Can Guelph go to bed? Everybody wants to know if they can go to bed. Let's see here. Can Guelph go to bed? Guelph can. Where'd you go? You're right. You're right here. Oh, Guelph can go to bed. That's right. Guelph can go to bed. No problem. No problem. Cora says, good night stream. Thanks for everything. Thank you so much, Cora. Appreciate the it was your comment, right? When I became one with the radar. If anyone is wondering what the latest tornado in Ontario was, it was an F2 tornado on December 12th, 1946. December 12th. That's how late we've had a tornado in Ontario. Wow. That's pretty late. You didn't have December 12th tornado on your bingo card, did you? Let's see here. What about Bradford? I think Bradford's good. Let's go see. I'm just going to spend the rest of the stream putting people to bed. Here we go. I can't tuck you in, but I can definitely let you know if you're all right. Let's see here. Based on the fact there's no storms in Bradford, probably good. Where are we? Let me find you here. King City. Oh, is there a little bit of rain maybe? No. Where is Bradford? There's Barrie. Should be here-ish. Cookstown. Bradford. Okay, let me see. Bradford can go to bed. Yeah, Bradford can go to bed. All good. There's a tiny little storm over in Hanover, but it's doing a whole bunch of nothing. Oopsie. There we go. You ever get that, like, where it showed everything highlighted? Just click the very top. Click up here. Not the logo, but click right here. It gets rid of it. We'll have to fix that. I don't know why it does that. Drives me nuts. Ryan says, can you put my teething infant to bed? I've been there, done that, and currently the answer is going to be no. But I can tell you when it's time to put them to bed. I think I can try. I can help. Is Toronto going to bed? Let's see here. Toronto still got some storms in the east. Toronto can go to bed. Toronto, that's how many millions of people can go to bed? What about King City? Yeah, you're fine now. King City's fine. You're good. Go to bed. All right. When can I go to bed? Oh, boy. I'm in Barrie, so I guess I can go to bed at any point in time. Oh, wait. I'm busy on the live stream. Okay. Facebook user says, anything happening in Fort Erie? Yada, yada, yada. No, I think Fort Erie's fine. You're good. Can Hamilton go to bed? Hamilton can go to bed. Adam needs to go to bed. I'm a Nighthawk. I don't go to bed till like 2. I stay up pretty ridiculously late. Let's see here. That's useful sometimes, though, especially when we have, like, in the middle of the night. And we have in the middle of the night tornadoes and stuff like that, which is very rare. But Brendan says he's not going to bed. I said Toronto can go to bed, but he's not going to bed. Caledon's fine. Caledon can go to bed. Can Markham go to bed? Let me see. Oh, Markham's got some rain. Oof. There's some rain. Yeah, you're fine. Go to bed. Oh, we got a radar update. Big a bam. Let's see what you got. What you got? Radar update. Oh, A lot of nothing exciting. A little bit of wind. We're down to wind. Oh, there's some pretty strong winds actually going through Oshawa. 87 kilometers an hour on radar. Whitby, Oshawa area. So pretty gusty winds, but I think we're getting pretty much done here, folks. We're getting close to the end. Can Vaughn go to bed? Vaughn can. Let's find out. Let's find out if Vaughn go to bed. And you can go to bed. Thank you. Much needed sleep, LOL. You're welcome. All good. I'm in Georgetown. Why does it seem like the thunder is getting closer? Because maybe it is? I'm not sure. Let's see. I'm going to go to Georgetown. Let me search it here. Too many locations. I'm going to get rid of some of them here. Get. Okay, Georgetown. You're kind of near Lindsay, aren't you? Georgetown, Ontario. Alton Hills. Oh, no, you're way down here. It seems like the thunder is getting closer. No, you're fine. You're good to go. Georgetown, go to bed. Can Milton go to bed? We need a t-shirt that says, you can go to bed. Instant weather. Instant weather, you can go to bed now. We're going to have to add that to our merch. We also need Squirrel Depot. Where there's a lot of different merch items we need to launch. I'll start wearing them on stream. It'd be a lot cooler than whatever this. Oh, anchor. That's what it is. It's just like have little tiny anchors all over my shirt. I don't know why that word escaped my brain when I tried to think of it earlier. I'm like, I have things on my shirt. Yes, they're tiny little anchors. Some Old Navy shirt or something. Thanks to my lovely wife for buying it for me. Storm Nuts t-shirt. That's right. Storm Nuts. We're going to need that. Bookend Vortex t-shirt. Correct. We need to write down these ideas. We got to, let's see here. Seth Manka's got it. You could draw a massive polygon over most of Ontario saying you can go to bed. I have we're going to have a mass, there's going to be a mass deletion of our app when people get a notification that says go to bed. Polygon. Yeah, that's not the first one, Brennan. Did you catch all of my slips tonight? Because it's been a while since I've live streamed. There was a few times. There was one in particular I was wincing that everyone heard. Did you catch that one? It was bad. No, not kitchen. That one was funny. When I went to call Kitchener kitchen. That one was good. No, it was before that. It was early on. You might have missed it, but it was a pretty bad slip. It was like a Janet Jackson slip. It was bad. Okay, let's see here. So there's that. Oh, that's a good one. Thank you, Sarah. Appreciate it. Oh, and Ryan comes in. So there's that. Yeah, you got to get the extra zeros. Or, I think it's time for me to shut down the stream when I'm calling O's zeros. Oh, perfect. Kira ordered a hoodie. Excited to wear it. Yeah, we do have hoodies available. Actually, we got really cool stuff. We got like, Atlanta's been putting it together. We have like wine glass. We've got hoodies. I think, did we do a toque as well too? I think we did a toque. We're working on a ruler right now, a snow measuring ruler. So we're working on that. We don't have it done yet, but when he's talking about polygons, it might be Adam's time to go to bed. Yeah, polygons. Ted says, let's hear a song. I haven't tuned my guitar in a while. Alana says no to collars. Oh, we definitely need instant weather dog collars. Come on. Let's do it all. Why not? Please do Coburg. Okay, I can do Coburg. 1 second here. Cobourg. Coburg. I feel like I'm in a spelling bee. Can you use it in a sentence? Coburg, you got some rain? You could have still some pretty strong winds that are coming. These ones right here, actually. Still 86, 88. So, no, I'd let this pass. I mean, I don't want to say, like, go to bed and then you hear, like, the house shaking and really strong winds. So, this is still the strongest pocket of winds right now. I would let that pass and then you can go to bed. So, not yet. You need a wine glass that says you can go to bed. That's true. That's true. Teresa on our team says she's had a lot of commercials on YouTube, unfortunately. Let me know if you've had a lot of commercials on YouTube. If you have, my apologies. Mr. Severe Weatherman says, draw a polygon that says extreme wind warning? No. No, there's no reason to do that. That would be ridiculous. And also, we don't issue warnings. Only Environment Canada can legally issue warnings. So that would be a no. Hola says, is there actually a tornado? There may have been one earlier in Fergus, which is near Guelph. There is some damage reports there, and radar indicates that there may have been a brief spin up. So, yeah. Yeah, I don't know why. There might be a way for us to dial back on some of those commercials, hopefully. Oh, Sarah says, no commercial here, but I have YouTube Premium. Well, that would do it. Yeah, if you have YouTube Premium, then you don't need. And Jack says, a t-shirt with Adam and the radar map on it, or that just says Polygon or Instant Weather says you can go to bed. Instant Weather. Adam says you can go to bed. I like that. Or Instant Weather says you can go to bed. Ozix, be nice. Okay, let's see here. Facebook user says, LOL, there's always one in Fergus. Yeah, that's our good friend Dave Patrick is from the Fergus area, and he has seen many a tornado. Not necessarily right in Fergus, but he's seen them. Oh, Brennan said he's been watching all night. But yeah, but Brennan, you might be connected to the channel, so I don't think you would see it. If you're logged in as the channel, then you wouldn't see any of them. If you're just logged in as a random account, that's different. But if your account is connected to the channel, then you're not going to see them. Please do Mono. Okay, 1 second here. Mono can go to bed. I just look at Orangeville. Mono can go to bed. I had a friend once. Actually, I used to practice with my band in Orangeville. I used to have a band called Atlantis Blueprint, and I would practice in Orangeville. That's where I would drive from Barrie. I'd drive from Barrie all the way to Orangeville several times a week for years. And I didn't mean to. There's a lot of times it was storm chasing. I wasn't even trying to storm. It was just like storms everywhere, and I had to drive through them. It was pretty wild, actually. I did that before Instant Weather, so I kind of started going, oh, those storms are pretty interesting. I saw some pretty low hanging clouds, some wall clouds for sure, maybe some funnel clouds. At the time, I wasn't really that into it. I didn't really know what I was looking at, but I started to get more interested in it. But I had a friend who recorded an album. He goes, oh, I recorded my album in mono. And I was like, oh, you couldn't afford stereo? No, that's my mono joke. It's terrible. Need songs before I can go to bed. Oh, so you can't go to bed until I play a song. It's been a while since I've played a song. Where's my guitar? Hold on. I think it's down here. Let's see if it's in tune. I have an electric guitar here, but I don't have it plugged in. But I have a Fender Strat here, which is pretty sweet. I actually have to play a show. I'm playing for my friend's band. All right, Mr. Severe Weatherman, I'm about to ban you. There's no way you recorded 149 kilometer an hour wind gusts. I think you're just making it up. It's ridiculous. There was no 150 kilometer an hour wind gusts. Unless you're in Fergus, maybe. If you're in Fergus, maybe. Let me know where you are. Don't forget to turn the noise canceling off. Yeah, I know. I'll try. Oh, there goes my green screen. But I actually have to play for my friend's band. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be in Bracebridge. If anybody's in Bracebridge on Saturday the 23rd, I'm playing for my friend's band called Face the Lion. Their guitar player hurt their hand, so I have to fill in and play lead guitar and do harmonies, and it should be fun. They're a fun band. I played a show with them before, and they asked me to come out again because I think his hand is still hurt. So. Yeah, so I'll be playing a rock show. If anybody's into some hard rock music, it's not screamo or anything. It's actually pretty cool. Check them out. They're called Face the Lion. My friend Anthony Rinaldi started that band, and he's a great dude. And if you know Rinaldi's salon in Barrie, he owns Rinaldi's. And so, yeah, that's actually where we practice, in the salon. It's pretty reflective in there, but it's cool. Let's see here. Facebook users, are the photos on Ontario Storm reports the damage from Fergus? I think so. If you're seeing damage reports on there, I think that's what it's from. I don't know. This mic is very directional. I don't know if it's going to pick up the guitar very well. So you'll have to see. Thank you so much for the super chat, Manisa. Appreciate it. It's very, very kind of you. You didn't have to do that, but we're sincerely. Why did I say severely? I severely appreciate it. I'm going with that from now on. From now on, I'm saying severely appreciate it. I severely. It is horribly out of tune. I really need to check the Niagara on the lake. I can check that for you. Let me see here. I should probably back this up and like animate the radar or something. Might be a good idea. How about that? There, and you can see where the storms are. Okay. There was a severe thunderstorm warning for Niagara. That's interesting. Seems odd, but okay. What does the severe thunderstorm warning say? A tornado is also possible. Really? They just put that on every warning tonight. I'm not seeing any rotation, but okay. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. Niagara looks pretty boring. Let me know what you're experiencing, but it looks pretty boring on radar. Still some strong winds going through the Oshawa area right now. If you're in Oshawa, Whitby, let me know what you're experiencing. Port Perry area, winds up to 88-ish on radar, so probably sub-severe, but that line going through Port Perry right now is still pretty strong. That was the storm that was tornado warned a long time ago. It is definitely not looking like a tornado risk at this point in time, but stranger things have happened, so let us know what you're experiencing, only if it's safe to do so. And I'm just going to hit play on this and let the radar loop from... There we go. Actually, let me tilt the screen. Sorry about my shaky mouse work here. There. That's a little better. There we go. How about that? That's nice. Okay. Lord says, some heavy rain winds in Oshawa near the 407 off and on. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Port Perry is super windy. That makes a lot of sense. Thank you so much. My friend lives in Newmarket. Can he go to bed? If I remember the lyrics, I should play that song I wrote. That's about going to bed because of the storm. Second here. Sorry, where was he? In Newmarket. Yep. Newmarket's fine. You're good. Strong storm heading towards... that's the main strong storm we're watching right now is the one up here. In fact, I'm not even going to show Niagara because it's about to be over, and that's not the storm we're worried about. The only storm we're potentially concerned about is this one heading towards kind of the Peterborough area right now, Port Perry. It's kind of getting a little bit of an S going on. I'll actually keep an eye on this. Okay, I'm going to keep an eye on this storm. Even though I'm going to play a song, I'm going to keep an eye on this one. Oh, hello. Hold on a second. 98. Yeah, this storm is still looking interesting. Near Blackstock right now. Got a bit of that S going on. Second here. Actually, I'm going to switch this to velocity, and I'm going to switch this back to reflectivity. And actually, I'm going to switch this to correlation coefficient, because I just want to see if there's something going on. Okay. There's a little something going on right here. Some really strong values. Let's go to tilt 2. Oh, hello. Hold on a tick. Tilt 3. Yeah, there's a little bit of rotation on all 4 tilts on this storm east of Port Perry near Blackstock. Okay. I think I'm going to go minor rotation on this one, actually. I think so. 1 second here. Okay. Okay, let's see here. Right near Port Perry, east of Port Perry, near Blackstock. Which way is it going? Man, it's moving fast. Heading over towards Cadmus, Burton, Manvers area. I'm going to go over towards maybe Pontypool and then up here towards Mount Pleasant. And then down to this. Let me just make sure which way it's going here. Yeah, I think that's about right. I think that's about right. Right about there. Okay, I'm going to go minor rotation on this storm because it's looking pretty interesting actually right now. Minor rotation detected on this storm east of Port Perry, tracking to the east-northeast. And the timing here is going to be 12:04. And I have to change the date now and make sure it's AM. Okay, 12:04 AM, Monday, November 11th. Okay. Weird. I say minor station and damaging wind gusts on this storm east of Port Perry. 12:04. It's going to be 12:05 when I post it. Okay. And that looks about right. Okay, I'm going to send that out right now. I thought I'd be sending out minor rotation notifications at 12 a.m. on November 11th in Ontario. You didn't see that one coming. Nobody saw that coming. Okay. Oh boy. What was I going to do? Oh yes. Change the date on my macro. Okay. It's got a little bit of an S going on here. Should see a polygon update soon. I could be watching the other areas right now, but nothing else is that exciting. Maybe the storm south of Oshawa over the water that's coming up towards Coburg. Before, I think I said to somebody, oh, they asked me about going to sleep in Coburg, and I said, you might want to wait for these storms to move through. Yeah. Yes, I did say that. Okay. Yeah, still keeping a close eye on this one right here. Only a 1% tornado risk on it, but it has a little bit of a mezzo on multiple tilts here. And this is the storm. This is still that same storm that was under a tornado warning earlier. I got to get rid of some other polygons here. Hold on. Let's see. Damaging winds and minor rotation. King City one. Okay, that one can go. And let me see here. This one can go to the Kitchener one. Yeah, whatever one of the blah, blah, blah. Stratford. Yeah, I think that one can go. 10:05. Okay, I'll leave the other one. So there's the polygon I made right there. Very, very isolated polygon. Oh, perfectly located right there. Perfect. Heading kind of towards Pontypool. Oh, we got a new update. Okay. Still something going on here. 98.64 kilometers an hour. If that's not elevated, that could be interesting. Now it's up to a 2% tornado risk on that cell. Probably more of a wind risk, but we did see some minor rotation there. I'm going to check out the different tilts here, actually. One sec. Tilt 2, tilt 3, tilt 4. It's weaker than it was. So it looks right now just mainly like a wind risk, but 98.64 kilometers an hour. Cadmus, Burton, Lotus, Manvers, up towards Bethany. Probably the strongest stuff is going to miss Pontypool, but still seeing something going on up there. And it looks like we may have had a brief tornado touchdown in Fergus earlier, so something to pay attention to. Mm-hmm. Okay, let me jump back into the comments here because I've been out of them for a while. Is it going to be bad for Roslyn near Belleville? I don't know. It might be pretty windy. Chances are it's probably just going to be windy, but I'll be watching it. We're going to continue to watch. Someone said, I hate to be this person. Oh, it's Brittany. Brittany, hi. She said, I hate to be this person, but can Oshawa go to bed? I think so. It's just windy there now, right? A little bit of rainy. Yeah, you're fine. Oshawa's good. Oshawa's fine. Niagara can go to bed, from what I can tell. Still severe thunderstorm warning. I'm not sure why. Is this storm interesting from the Buffalo radar? I don't know. Let's see. See, there's a severe thunderstorm. Oh, okay. Now, hold on a second. Hold on a second. Actually, some really strong winds from the Buffalo radar. Okay. Never mind. Scrap that. Fort Erie area. Buffalo Radar's talking about 95 km/h winds. One of these said 100 there. Look at this. Okay, 185. That's wrong. That's definitely an error. But yeah, I saw 90. I saw in the 90s. So yeah, actually, areas like Fort Erie, east of Port Colborne. It was from the King City radar that it didn't look strong, but from the Buffalo radar, it actually looks pretty strong. Overall, severe wind risk is only 3%, so it's relatively low. But yeah, there's a little bit of a wind risk, not for Niagara Falls, but for areas right along Lake Erie. So Port Colborne over to Fort Erie towards Buffalo. That area right there there could be some minor wind damage on that. So marginal severe risk on that one right there. So if you're in Niagara Falls, you're good. But if you're south of Niagara Falls, down towards Fort Erie, I would say maybe don't go to bed yet. Strong storm over Lake Ontario, but it's not affecting anybody. Decent storm near Oshawa that's heading up towards Port Hope and eventually towards Quinte West, Belleville areas. And then we have this one we've been keeping a close eye on as well over here from the King City radar. Keeping a close eye on that one that is northwest of Pontypool because it does have some strong 98 km/h wind gusts in there. So yeah, so basically Fort Erie and kind of areas near Peterborough, southwest of Peterborough. Those are the two areas I'm keeping a close eye on right now. Mainly this storm. I want to see what this storm does. Put a minor rotation detected on it, but overall I think it's relatively bad. Can Oshawa go to bed? Oshawa go to bed. Yeah, I think you're fine. Like Oshawa proper, it's fine. No tornado risk. I think it's fine. Yeah, all right. Facebook user said, woke up out of a dead sleep to crazy wind. We were sure there's a tornado outside. Ran with the kids downstairs. It's over now. Whoa, where was that? Let us know where that was. And it just says Facebook user, so I don't know if it's you. So if you could say, I'm the one who ran downstairs with the kids, and let us know where it was. That would be useful. Facebook user says, Twister's on TV right now. Bell channel 1621. Oh, Jules says, is something going on with Adam's mic, or is it my device? The volume keeps getting quiet and then louder again. I think it's because I'm not talking right into the microphone. I keep talking slightly to the side. Sorry. That's my fault. I'll turn the volume up here. That might help. There, you can probably hear me from further away now. Is that better? Let me know if that's better. Is Peterborough safe? I'm about to go to sleep, says Nikki, James, Ballard. I would hold. That storm is heading towards Peterborough, the one we're keeping an eye on right now. I would hold on. Still waiting for that Facebook user who said they ran to the basement. I want to see where they are. We can barely hear you. Oh, is it better now that I turned it up? Yeah, sorry. Not bad. I have to turn it up a bit. Actually, it's full blast. Yeah, this mic is very quiet. It's very quiet, but it sounds awesome. Let's see here. Better? It's better? Okay. Much better, says Warren. Thank you so much, sir. Facebook user says, Peterborough, you are going to get hit if you get what we got in View Lake. Oh boy. That looks stronger. 101.08, 101.52 near Ballyduff. Lotus area, that is looking near Manvers. That has turned into some really strong winds right there near north of Pontypool. So that is still continuing strong, and that's heading into Peterborough, as you can see the storm track arrow right there. That is a pretty strong signature heading into Peterborough right now. So minor rotation continues on that. We do have a minor rotation polygon on top of it. 3% severe wind risk, 1% tornado risk. So the risks are overall on the low end, but this type of environment can be a bit tricky and a bit sneaky. So something's going on right there. I don't like the look of it. Let's see what's happening right there. Not seeing too much of a debris signature. I do want to go to tilt 2 and see what's happening. Tilt 2, yeah, it's there. Tilt 3 looking strong, and tilt 4 looks strong. Okay. So yeah, that could be definitely some damaging winds right there near Manvers, heading up towards Bethany, towards Kendry, and maybe eventually into Peterborough based on the direction it's going. Yeah, it's looking strong. And it is kind of rotating a little bit there. Was very intense winds and rain in Port Perry 15 minutes ago. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Did that person who said they ran to the basement with their kids, did they ever say where they were located? Seth Manka says it's the mic side or end picking up pattern. Yeah, it's a very small pattern on this microphone. So if I move to the side, it's like pretty hard to hear me. And then you need to come back. Yeah, it goes away quick. It does. Let's see here. Where was I? Trying to tune this guitar. Let's see here. The question is, can you hear the guitar? I bet you cannot hear the guitar. Might be a problem. Let's see. Okay, I got to turn this off. Okay. Facebook user says, torrential rain woke me up just north of Bethany. Yeah, it's getting pretty nasty up towards you. Can you hear the guitar or no? It's probably pretty quiet. This is a very directional mic. Maybe. Guitar is very soft. Oof. It's going to be rough. Maybe I can... I might be able to like change the direction of the mic so that I can split it between me and the guitar. I can hear it perfectly, someone said. Okay. Maybe now. Is that better? Is that all right? Decent? Not bad? Not too shabby? And then I'll sing up here. Loud and clear. So I should play that song. You know the one. You know the one. I got a tune for it though. Okay, how's it go again? Hold on, let me find the lyrics before I mess this up. All right, and keeping an eye on the storm, by the way. The storm is still a concern. North of Pontypool, tracking to the northeast towards Bethany. Looking like there could be some wind damage on that storm. It's not great. How's Fort Erie looking, says Georgia. Thank you so much for the super chat. Appreciate it. Let's see here. Fort Erie, I want to take a look at that. Let me just jump down to the Buffalo radar really quick and take a peek. Still looks like it could be pretty darn windy as that storm rolls in. So I would still be on alert if you're in the Fort Erie area at this point in time. Let me jump back. If we go to King City radar, we can still see that pretty strong signature here north of Pontypool, heading into Bethany, heading into Kendry, and eventually maybe towards Peterborough. So we're keeping a close eye on that cell. I am going to play a tune that I wrote. I don't know what it's called. I don't know if I ever named it, but I think it's called Storm Has Passed, maybe. It's kind of like it's a little bit of it's a go to bed song. I'm not saying everybody should go to bed. If you're north of Pontypool or if you're in Peterborough, probably not a good idea to go to bed yet. But if you're in other areas, it's pretty much okay, other than Fort Erie. If you're east of Peterborough, I'd still be paying attention to this one. And some there's some pretty gusty winds going through probably Bowmanville right now, east of Bowmanville, heading up towards Coburg, Oh, we got a new radar update. It's still looking pretty nasty. 104 kilometers an hour? What's Tilt 2 doing? This is still rotating. There's a bit of a hook. There's some rotation there. There's a rotation couplet. And there's some really strong winds in here. 104.4 kilometers an hour, 101, 102. If you're in Bethany, remember the gentleman in the comments said he got woken up in Bethany by some torrential rain? You're about to get woken up by some pretty heavy-duty winds. So if you are in that area, I would be pretty concerned at the moment. I would be definitely probably taking shelter in that one. Doesn't look great at the moment. And let's go to... Okay, there we go. Can Aaron go to bed? Who's Aaron? Is she someone in the comments? No, I know. You meant Aaron, Ontario. Sorry. I think so. I think you're okay. I'll double check on Aaron. That's the one location I'm checking before I play the tune. All right. Oh, yeah, Aaron's fine. Yeah, Aaron's good. Unless you meant Aaron like a person, I don't know where she lives or he lives. But ERIN is usually the female way to write it. Should I wake the kids up, says Facebook user. Where are you located? Mark Robinson is on scene in Fergus, and he says, trees down and hydro lines snapped. So it could have been a tornado on that cell. And that is the same storm that is going into Bethany, into Cavan, heading up towards maybe Peterborough area. It's not great. Northern Spirit said, is that another rotation? Which one? The one near Bethany? No, that is rotation. We've got a minor rotation polygon on that one. We're keeping a close eye on it. We are keeping an eye on that one because it is looking interesting. I might need to start extending that polygon because we're getting pretty close to the end of it. The next update should be right at the end of it. Okay, before I play a tune, I got to extend that polygon. Oh no, what did I do? Did I delete? No. I was so close. So close to extending that polygon perfectly, but okay. And then what did I do? I X'd out of that window by accident. Okay, north of Pontypool. I see Bethany there. So it's basically where Bethany is, right? Yeah, okay. Basically Bethany. And over to... Where's Manvers here? Millbrook, yeah. Okay, so Millbrook over this way and up towards Peterborough-ish. Don't know which way it's going to go. So I got a new polygon coming in. I do have the description I can borrow, though. Where's my description? Come back. There we go. Okay, so let's go to minor again. Okay. So what time is it now? 12:23 by the time I'm done this. Okay. We've detected minor. We continue to detect minor rotation and damaging wind gusts on the storm. On this storm near Bethany and Manvers, tracking to the east-northeast, potentially into the Peterborough area, although it may miss to the south of Pitbo. That's right, I'm writing PTBO of Pitbo. Okay, and the timing is 12:23, like I expected it to be, and I'm sending out that notification now. Okay, you'll see that show up on here. So the notification, the polygon basically goes like this. Sent it out to 4,000 people in the path there. Just want to make sure they know what's up with this storm, because the storm is still the one of interest at this point. Fort Erie, let me know what you experienced with that one. How was that? Was it pretty windy down in Fort Erie? Probably.
Didn't see any rotation though, so that's good news. And you'll see the new polygon pop up in a second here. Actually, I'll just hit F5 and you'll see it. I'll just refresh because this is a website. Give it a sec and you'll see the polygon pop up. There we go. You see my polygon extended there. Okay, we'll see what that does. Okay. All right. Time for a tune. Oh, I see another tweet that Miranda posted. Hold on a second. Let's see what it says. Sandy Hills Drive is closed between Northfield Drive East and Noah Road in Woolwich Township. Police and hydro crews are on scene for a motor vehicle collision with a fallen tree and down power lines. And that is the Waterloo Regional Police. Oh boy. Pretty nasty storm. Obviously doing some damage there, which is not great. Not great. Jared says, like the double screen, man. Thanks. Appreciate it. I'm just using Instant Weather Pro at the moment. It's our... Oh, we just got a new radar update, and it's still looking pretty darn windy into Millbrook. 107.28 kilometers an hour. 107. It's still inside this polygon here. It kind of took a little turn to the east, so I think it's not going to hit Peterborough now. Yeah, I mean, Peterborough's in the storm. It's just the strongest part of those winds. Doesn't look like it's going through Peterborough, but 108.36 kilometers an hour. If you're in Millbrook, if you're in Cedar Valley, South Monaghan, Bailey Borough, Hall Landing, Bensfort Corners, Bensfort Bridge, I'd be probably taking shelter in the path of that one because 108 kilometers an hour is going to be bringing down some trees. It just passed over a 115. It's heading towards Millbrook. Towards 10, County Road 21. That is going to be a pretty nasty storm as it hits your area. This is a storm that may have produced a tornado in Fergus earlier. It was under tornado warning east of that, and still going strong. Yeah, it is still going strong. So if you're in those areas, I would be definitely taking shelter with that one. So south of Peterborough, I think Peterborough is actually going to be okay. You're going to get some heavy rain and some gusty winds, but the strongest stuff is definitely down here near Millbrook right now. So I may have to extend that polygon further to the southeast if that keeps moving that way. We'll see. We will see. Let me put that tab on the far left so I know where it is. And let me put that one on the far left. There we go. Okay. All right. Back to the live stream. Where did that go? Oh, it's down here. Okay. Is Peterborough okay? I think Peterborough's all right, but hold on for a minute. But the strongest winds are south of Peterborough for sure. Thank you, Matt. Appreciate it. Have a good night. Sandy Hills Drive is just north of Elmira, west of Fergus, says Seth Manka. Yeah, I think that may have produced a tornado. It knocked down a lot of stuff. Yeah, that might have been a tornado. All right, I'll play this tune for you here. I'll play you one tune. Where is my lyrics? Hold on, I gotta search and drive. Storm has passed. There we go. I found it. Okay, I think the song's called Storm Has Passed. See if I remember how to play it. It's been a while. Let me get some water in me first. Okay. Storm has passed. The time is now to go to bed. You can do it somehow. The storm is gone, and maybe it's not too long until you rest your head, get some sleep, try to dream of something sweet. Ooh, you're gonna be alright. You're gonna sleep just fine. Tonight, tonight, tonight. Thunder's gone, the rain is coming down. If you look up to the sky, you see things are clearing out.
everything is gonna be okay, even if it's not. All storms pass eventually, know you have a lot. You got me, you got mom, you got all the things that you've become. You got me, you got mom, got a loving home where you're from. You got me, you got mom, so love your family. You only get one, you only get one. Storm has passed, the time is now to go to bed. You can do it somehow. Storm is gone, and maybe it's not too long till you rest your head, get some sleep, try to dream of something sweet. Ooh, you're gonna be alright. You're gonna sleep just fine tonight, tonight, tonight. You're gonna sleep just fine tonight. You're gonna sleep just fine. Whoa, tonight. Tonight.
Thank you so much, everybody. That's called Storm Has Passed. I got to record it at some point in time. But until then, there's a live stream. Thank you so much. Should probably write a whole album of like storm-related topics, storm-related metaphors. Thank you so much, everybody. I appreciate it. Thank you kindly. I did see a comment earlier that said, where is the tornado now? It's very possible there's no tornado, but if there is one, it would be in Cedar Valley, east of Millbrook. There's still a little bit of rotation on that storm, but it's mainly a damaging wind risk. But look at the winds on this thing. 102, 104.4, hopefully elevated, hopefully higher up at the surface. This is the same storm that potentially produced a tornado earlier near Fergus. So, yeah, it's the one we are concerned with, but we are watching it closely at the moment. Bookend Vortex, there you go. Northern Spirit knows what's up. That's right, that's right. There's Cody. There's our whole Twitch crew. Love the Twitch crew. Love the Facebook crew. The Twitter crew, or X. And what else? YouTube, of course. We love our YouTube crew. There's lots of great crews around. Let's see here. Winter Project, record everything for us, says Caitlin B. Maybe. That could be a cool thing to do this winter. That'd be a good idea. I was actually, my wife was watching that Taylor Swift documentary. And it was really interesting to see her write, because it's basically just her and her producer. And she's just like looking at her phone and she's like trying to work out lyrics, and he's like making beats and like putting down chord structures and stuff, and she's like just freestyling, and it kind of removes that like this whole like what's such a magical process. That's not. It's just her working through lines, trying to get something that sounds catchy, that works good, and yeah, it's not. It's refreshing to see that, because you're like, you know what, writing songs it's difficult, but it's not a magic trick. It's just hard work. You have to really work through it and get better and better and better at over time. So I've been doing it for a while. I think I've been writing songs since I was about, 10 or something. 15. I've been at it for a while. Ted says, we need more Adam Amanda songs. Those videos from 2020 are golden. Thanks so much. Yeah, if you want to see my lovely wife sing, she's brilliant, by the way. But if you want to see Amanda sing and me, when COVID hit, we decided to do we did a occasional live stream and we played a whole bunch. We just learned random cover songs and played cover songs, basically. So yeah, if you're on Facebook, search for Amanda Adam Music, and you'll see myself and my lovely wife, who her voice is unbelievably good. So and we did like harmonies and stuff like that. It was a lot of fun. So we did a whole bunch of live streams until we basically burned ourselves out by doing so many. But if you jump on there, you can hear her sing and me sing as well too, and play some guitar. And just remember, every song that I played on there, she made me learn like that day. She's like, we should do this song and this song and this song. I'm like, okay. And I just like learned it in the moment. It was fun. Nightburn says, oh no, Nightburn says, Instant Weather, I'm signed up for text message alerts as the app. I've got to sign up for text message alerts as the app did not give me notice of Adam going live. Really? Brennan sent out a notification of me going live. I don't know if Brennan, did you just do like the area of concern, or did you do all of Ontario? I could have sworn you said you did Ontario. Getting hammered in Peterborough right now, says Elite Ben. Yeah, that's weird. You didn't get the notification. Nightburn, you might want to delete the app and then reinstall it. Oh, you did Southwestern Ontario at the time? Ah, crap. I thought you did all of Ontario. Oof. All good. So yeah, never mind. Don't delete the app. It wasn't an app issue. Tina said, I didn't get the notification either. Just came across it on YouTube when I was looking for something to crochet to. Nightburn says, when does the public Discord happening? Not yet. Still going to be some time. Facebook user says, sorry, I'm new. Adam who? Oh, hi, I'm Adam. Hi, I'm Adam. Didn't show in the app. Yeah, you only did Southwestern Ontario. Oof. Sorry, guys. Sorry about that. It's all good. These things happen. Okay, so still taking a look at radar. We still have some really strong winds ongoing here near Cedar Valley, heading east. Still a bit concerned with that particular cell. I think Niagara is done. Niagara can go to bed. Toronto can go to bed. Anywhere in Southwestern Ontario can go to bed. Unless you can't go to bed. Like if you're at work or something, then I'm not speaking to you. If you're working like me right now, I don't consider this work. I consider this, I guess it is work, but it's what do they say? If you love your job, you never work a day in your life. So, yeah, I love doing this. Teresa made a good point. She says, if you subscribe to the YouTube channel and you turn on notifications, then YouTube would have notified you that we were live. Melissa says, way to go, Brennan. It's all good. No worries. No worries. I was actually going to say to you, do Southwestern Ontario. And then I was like, and then I just said, can you notify Ontario? I meant Southern Ontario, yeah. Because I didn't know how far east it was going to go. It's all good. Let's see here. 3005 Sarah says, what are your favorite songs? Some of your favorite songs? I like a lot of 90s tunes. Like if you go through my playlist, it's a bunch of like New Radicals and stuff like that. It's like old 90s one-hit wonders and stuff. Yeah, I love that. In YouTube, you have to hit the bell icon after subscribing. True. I like Flagpole Sitter. That's a good song. I think I played it on a stream once. Still some minor rotation going on near Bensford Corners. Still some really strong winds here too. 107.28 kilometers on radar showing up. Really, really strong winds here. Bit concerned about that storm. South of Peterborough. You think Peterborough's windy. If you're down here, it's probably extremely windy right now. New Radicals were amazing. Yeah, for sure. Was it You Get What You Give? Is that song? I love that song. Garrett said, you didn't read my comment. But I did read that one. So there's that. Hold on. I can try to find it, Garrett. Where is it? I don't see it. Oh, Garrett says, Instant Weather is the best. Love you guys. Oh, thank you so much, Garrett. I appreciate it. Thank you kindly. SG is saying Peterborough, I'd stay up for another 15, 30 minutes. I think Peterborough's probably fine. I don't know if there's any lightning on that storm for you. I'm not seeing much in the data, but it's torrential rain and gusty winds, but the main risk is definitely down here south of Peterborough. If you are near Ballyborough, Harwood, that is still looking like some pretty strong winds are possible. Actually, some really strong winds are possible down here by Coburg. 101.52 kilometers an hour on radar. That doesn't necessarily mean that's what's happening at the surface, but you can really see this pocket right here standing out big time. It's like very, very bright. Standing out. And if you look at the winds here, 107, 105. This is a pocket of really strong winds. So that could definitely be causing some wind damage there. It's not great. Thank you so much, Grim, for the super chat. Appreciate it. Rosso, I can take a look at Rosso 1 second here. ROSS8, what is it? ROSSEAU. Rosso, Ontario. Oh, you're way up there? In Muskoka? You're fine. Rosso's fine. No biggie. This is way down here near Peterborough. It's the only area of concern at the moment. Yeah, you're fine. You're good. You're good. You're good. Seth Manka says Mark Robinson's video about the power line trees being down is at the Wellington County Museum, Wellington Road 18 and Charles Allen Way. That area has a lot of trees and homes along the river. Thank you, Seth Manka. Appreciate the update. Yeah, go check out Mark's video on X or Twitter. Was a shout out. Thanks. Appreciate it. Thank you kindly. Brianna says, is the Peterborough out of the risk for tornadoes? I think so. The main part of the storm, if there was a tornado in the storm, it would be right here. And that is quite a distance from Peterborough, south of Peterborough. Maybe some people would consider this Peterborough, but I'm talking like southeast of Kendry, down here near Bensfort Corners. This is the main area of concern at the moment. 3005 Sarah says, got that minor rotation in Peterborough. My heart skipped. It's been a while since we've seen that. True. Sorry for making your heart skip there, but I didn't know which way that storm's going, but it looks like it's going more east than it did northeast. So that's good news for Peterborough. Not so great news for areas near Bensfort Corners, Hiawath, Campbelltown. That's still looking pretty strong for those winds. Pretty darn strong. Let's see what's happening on tilt 2. I'm going to check out correlation coefficient. Let's see if we can see any sort of debris signature on that storm. Really hard to tell because it's super noisy here. Yeah, it's kind of impossible to tell. It's just so much noise on the correlation coefficient. Hopefully it's elevated. Hopefully it's not affecting the surface. But if it is, there's going to be probably some tree damage on that one. It looks like really strong winds on that for sure. Here we go. Steven says Ballyborough has rain, but not much rain. I think he meant not much wind. Is that what you meant, Steven? Not much wind in Ballyborough? That would mean it's elevated. That would be fantastic. It sticks out from Franktown as well, too. Oh, I'll go check Franktown. Yeah, a little bit. But if he's in Ballyborough right now, if he's right here, and he's saying it's light winds, then that means it's elevated. And that would be great. That would be great. Ted says highest gust at the Peterborough Airport is only 24 kilometers an hour so far. And that's still south of the city itself. Okay. Yeah, so Peterborough's totally fine. Not much wind. There we go. This is good news. All right. Elevated storms. Let's go. Look at this. How amazing is this, though? It's like, what's the population of Ballyborough? Let's go zoom in and see what we have. It's basically an intersection. Okay. We got some houses. Let's take a scroll down here into Ballyborough. Okay. There's a general store. All right. Peterborough Road 28. Yeah, all right. There's some stuff going on here. There's a few people, but overall, what's the population? Who was the gentleman who lived there? Hiawatha First Nation. Kyle said, yeah. Coburg Power is down. Oh, really? So maybe the stuff to the south is still pretty strong. Whoa, looking like strong winds near Hiawatha. First Nations there, 107, still 107, but hopefully, based on that report, hopefully it's a bit elevated. Yeah, Coburg, though, 104 kilometers an hour down here. That might still be potentially surface-based, so still seeing some strong winds on those two cells. 500 people maybe in Ballyborough. There you go. So, oh, someone said 2,974 population. What? That's pretty contradictory. Oh, the general store is gone. 450 to 500 people here. Okay. Oh, it's pronounced Ballyborough. My bad. I can't pronounce anything. You're probably all aware of that by now. But, okay, so 500 people, that's my point. There's only 500 people there, and Steven happens to be watching the live stream just as the strong signature is going over and letting us know exactly what's going on. So how cool is that? That's what I was getting at. How amazing is that? Pretty amazing. Like, this community is the best. Grim says, where's Brennan from? I thought Rosso. Brennan, I think Brennan had a cottage there, maybe? I know that Brennan's from Bracebridge. He's from Bracebridge. But now he lives in Toronto. But I think that, Brennan, I know your parents had a cottage somewhere. I don't know where it was. I don't think it was there, was it? Was it there? Maybe you mentioned that in the past. Or was it up towards Huntsville? Oh, Utterson. Okay. I see. So close. Oh, so close. Oh, maybe. Yeah, that's pretty close. I see. I can't find any official source of population. I see. It's part of that township, which is going to have 7,000. Yeah, that's right. That's okay. We have an official source, though. It's Steve. Steven's right there. He's got us. He's got our backs. He knows what's up. What does a darker red area mean in Peterborough? It just means lighter winds. I can show you. You can look at that. 50 kilometers an hour on radar, and we're only getting reports from the airport of like 24, so it's about half. So we got 107 here, but it's probably only maybe 50, 60 at surface, so and near Rice Lake right now. I hope so. I hope that's not damaging. There has been some power flickering and outages in the Coburg area potentially, so we did have a report. So those two pockets of strong winds here, 104, may still have potential for damaging wind gusts, but I think the rotation is weakened. So I'm going to get rid of the rotation polygon for Peterborough. I'm going to scrap that. 1 second here. Rotation, Port Perry, blah, blah, blah. Yada, yada, yada. Yeah, I'm going to get rid of that. I'm going to get rid of all the polygons we have right now. All of those, but I'm going to do a polygon just saying strong winds are still possible over those two storms. So basically from Coburg, 1 second here. Okay. I'm going to go from here to there. And do a pretty big polygon. Just saying strong winds are possible. It's going to go all the way to Quinte West and Belleville and Shannonville, Picton. I'm just going to go do kind of a big, wide polygon there. Just going to go minor and say that... 1 second here. I'm going to say severe thunderstorm potential. We're carefully monitoring this line of storms that is tracking east near Colborne and Hiawatha First Nations. Tracking, I see, monitoring this line of storms. That is, this line of storms, especially near areas like Colborne and Hiawatha First Nations, tracking east into Prince Edward County and surrounding communities. We have the potential for strong or damaging wind gusts as it strengthens. Wind gusts. Torrential rain, small hail, and frequent lightning is a possibility. Isolated. Cannot be entirely ruled out, but the risk continues to weaken as we get further into the morning hours. Okay. And the timing here is 12:48. Okay. I'm going to send that out right now. Should I include locations on that giant polygon? Oof, it's going to be rough. I might as well. I've done it before. I'll do it again. Okay, actually, it's going to be 12:49 as I post this. Hold on, let's take a look here. Yeah, it's still looking pretty gusty through Colburn and 109 kilometers an hour here east of, now towards Little Germany and Roseneath. 109 kilometers an hour on radar, but it should be weakening. But anyway, so I'm going to do this big kind of general severe thunderstorm potential polygon. Looks good, and sending. Okay. Good. Good. All right, folks. I think that's probably it. It's been, again, it's been a minute since we've live streamed, but I'm just grateful that we're able to jump on and go live and make sure everybody's okay. And it's been a pretty eventful evening. We may have had a tornado in Fergus, and there has been some pretty heavy-duty damage reported in the Waterloo area as well, too, and up towards kind of Erin and Fergus areas. So it may have been a tornado touchdown there. We had power outages in a bunch of different places. There was a tornado warning tonight after that happened. It's been pretty wild. So, oh no. Facebook user said, moved my car 10 minutes ago, and the basketball net fell right where my car was in Grafton. Oof. The basketball net fell down. So it is still pretty darn windy. So these winds will continue. I'm going to keep watching radar. As I'm a Nighthawk, so I'll stay up for a while and continue to watch this. Kev is asking about Brampton. Brampton's good. You can go to bed. All good. All good. Thank you so much to Steven. You're very welcome. Thank you for informing us as Facebook user. You're very welcome. Any concern for Roslyn? I'll check that before I go. Roslyn, Ontario. But yeah, I didn't think there'd be another severe thunderstorm for live stream. Roslyn, yeah, you're still in the pretty strong wind gust area. So there's still these strong wind gusts are coming in from the west. So yeah, you could still see some strong wind gusts, but we'll see. Nightburn says, I'd love an instant weather alert next time you go live. Yes, we'll definitely send out one next time. Our apologies on that. We only sent the ones for Southwestern Ontario. Justine says, thank you to the instant weather team. See you next year, maybe. Yeah. We want to go more. We want to go live more in the winter. So to do some winter storm coverage, to talk about road closures, to talk about driving conditions, all that kind of stuff. So I think we've kind of been pretty sparse with that in the past. But I'd like to do more of it, and I've been doing some seasonal forecasting actually for a farming company, and it looks interesting. So this whole winter should be above average precipitation, but all the way from now until February is above average temperatures. In some cases, well above average. So I think it's going to be a really wet winter, but it could be the problem for our area when it's above average temperatures. It's either going to be snow or freezing rain or ice pellets or rain. It's going to be probably some sloppy mix between that, depending on where you are. You know, it'll be like Barrie gets some snow, but like Toronto gets rain, and then everybody's kind of mixed in the middle there. So it might be one of those winters. Although February looks like it's going to be average temperatures. So still above average precipitation, but average temperatures. And average temperatures in February probably means snow. So I think, depending on where you are, the seasonal forecast is kind of tricky because it's for such a large area. But I think February probably going to be a more traditional winter. But December and January might be pretty sloppy. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. Probably still lots of snow, but it's going to be interesting. So I remember last year, I know we don't have a driveway service, but a few of my neighbors have them, and I think they used the driveway service like 3 times last year in Barrie. But this might be one of those seasons that makes more sense. If you're on the fence about that, you might want to consider it. But anyways, make sure you say, hey, last year we only had to use you 3 times. I heard somebody get a discount because they said that. I don't know. And give them a shot. But they, you know what, those driveway cleaners, they work very, very hard. So I'd probably just pay their rates. Yeah, I think they're pretty awesome. So, all right. Thank you so much, everybody. Facebook user says, hello, does Orangeville, as of right now, seem safe? Got an alert earlier, moved myself and 5 kids to the basement. Yeah, Orangeville's fine. You're good to go. You can go to bed. Anywhere kind of like Peterborough, Cobourg, towards Belleville, Picton, Tweed, and maybe towards Kingston as well too. I might extend that polygon later on. I'll be up for the next hour or two, just watching radar. So if I see anything interesting, I'll extend it to the east. But yeah, hopefully the storms stay elevated. Hopefully everybody stayed safe tonight. It's been again didn't have the November 10th to 11th tornado risk on the bingo card. But anyways, I hope everybody stayed safe. Thank you so much, everyone. Facebook user said Kingston may get hit by winds in the storm. Yeah, probably. It's probably going to be pretty gusty. Hopefully nothing too significant, but we'll see. Ontario always surprising us, says Seth Manco. That's right. Hopefully we don't get it this in December, yeah. But if we do, we'll be live. That's what we do, as long as we're available. So thank you so much, everybody. Sincerely appreciate all of your support, and have yourself a wonderful evening. And I hope everybody gets a decent amount of sleep tonight, because they're starting late at 1 a.m. So, yeah. Anything for Brockville, says Facebook user. Yeah, the storms are heading that way, so you might get some pretty gusty winds later on this evening. We'll see. But I'll try to watch as long as my eyes can stay open. And of course, Environment Canada will be sending out any notifications if they see anything significant as well too. So that's it for tonight. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us. 3 hours and 30-minute live stream. Wow. I remember saying, wow, that was 2 hours, and that was an hour and a half ago. It felt like it was like half an hour ago. Anyways, that went by really fast. But anyways, thank you so much, everyone. We'll talk to you all very soon, and have yourself a very safe evening. And if we don't see you soon, a wonderful winter. But yeah, again, we're going to try to go live more in the winter if we can. I think it's probably a good idea. So let us know if you'd like us to do that, and we will. Thank you so much, everyone. We'll talk to you very soon. Bye-bye.